This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Richardson Stadium here at the University of Central Oklahoma in Edmond, Oklahoma, where today we reached the pinnacle and the place that we've been looking for since August.
That's what we're here for.
That's right.
That's why these kids practice all summer. They go through the course and the stuff that they do, and the strength and conditioning, and we're here.
All right. Well, it's good to have you with us this afternoon. The game time is still set at 1 o'clock, so about 28 minutes from now. And we just want you to know how excited we are that you will be listening to us today. This is an audio-only broadcast, and we just want to make sure that you're not over there beating up your television trying to figure out what's going on. But this is an audio-only broadcast, and we're thankful that you've chosen to listen to us today. So welcome to our Facebook listeners, our YouTube listeners, and obviously our Oklahoma Sportsnet listeners. And you can go back and watch or actually listen to this audio again and again on the Oklahoma Sportsnet app at oksportsnet.com. You have Kirk Norman. I'll be doing the play-by-play, and please bear with me as we do that. It's I'm so used to having a visual behind me, and so you get to say a few things and move on. But today I'll do my best to try to give you the best broadcast we can and let you know what's going on at every moment. Our analyst is Mr. or Coach Mike Goff, and he has been on the sidelines for how many of these again?
12.
12 state championships out of the 16 that Carl Albert currently has. And we also have a sideline reporter today that will be with you, and that is Miss Tessa Durrell. She knows football, has been raised in a football family. And Tessa, are you ready for the game today?
I am so ready. This is my first state championship experience on the sideline, so I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, we're excited for you. Tessa is a little bit gimped up. I just have to say this because I'm doing the play-by-play, so I get to
describe that.
I get to describe the visual. She came in here
we didn't need to know that. We could have kept that on the down low.
There we go. She came in here with a ski boot on today, and she evidently had a little fall. And anyway, she's on the injured reserve list, but she made her way to the game. That's the best part. And she'll be on the sidelines for us. Our producer today is Mr. Tyler Townsend, and he's been with us all year, and we hope that you've enjoyed the broadcast that we've had. So we are ready for our countdown to kickoff, brought to you by Champion Plumbing. Don't settle for less. Call the champs. We'll be back with you here in just a few moments on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Because to us, being the best is about helping our community when they need us most. It's about giving our all on every play and every job. Being your hometown champs means being part of a team that succeeds together. So every time you call, you get nothing but our best. And that's what makes us Champion Plumbing.
Augusta Contracting is a general contracting company that specializes in commercial and industrial construction projects. When you choose us as a partner for a project, we assure quality workmanship, exceptional performance, and unparalleled client satisfaction. At Augusta Contracting, safety is top priority. Our main focus is to send our team home to their families safe, happy, and healthy. Augusta Contracting, where your idea turns to reality and your project comes to life.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American Airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
We're back with you here on our countdown to kickoff, brought to you by Champion Plumbing. And I want to give you a little bit of history in relationship. Right now, down on the field, just to give you, I'm going to preempt what I was getting ready to say, but down on the field is the Elgin football team. They moved up to 5A this year, and they are receiving the 5A state academic championship. And academic championships, one of the things I love about high school athletics is that, 75%, maybe 90% of the coaches are teachers.
Sure.
And
probably more than that.
Yeah, probably more than that. And you get into the profession, you're going to be an educator, and many people get into the profession knowing they want to coach, but you're an educator. That's what you get paid to do.
Right.
And coaching becomes an extra thing. And so it's always great. And Carl Albert has won many state academic championships in several different sports. And
we even won one in golf.
There you go.
When I was there.
Yeah. So, I mean, that is what we go to school for, and the extracurricular gives people the opportunity to go out and do some other things as well. So, congratulations to the Elgin High School for their state academic championship for the 2022 season. And I know several different teams for Carl Albert will be working for that the rest of the school year.
You bet.
So, here we go. Since 1989, every Carl Albert High School football player that has played all 4 years has won at least one state championship. And I think that is –
it's just amazing.
It is. It's absolutely incredible that we can you can carry that on. So if you actually went to school and you played all 4 years, you could stand on the sidelines. But if you went all 4 years, you're going to get a ring.
That's right.
And that's pretty good. Coach Gary Rose is second all-time in Oklahoma football history with 10 state championships. And there was a coach from another team in here about 30 minutes ago and talked about him as being the godfather of 5A football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
Well, I would just – maybe he's the grandfather. He's old enough,
So that's true.
Yeah. So Coach Mike Corley is tied for fifth all-time in Oklahoma football history with 4 state championships. And, the magnificent thing about that, the magnificent thing about Corley having 4 state championships, how many years did he coach?
4.
4 years as head coach. Yeah, 4 years as head coach.
Yep.
So he came in, saw what was there, had 4 state championships, said, I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm out of here. So and if Corley were standing here, I'd say the same thing to his face.
Right.
So,
no, he's what a wonderful coach.
Absolutely. Carl Albert, you go ahead.
I was going to say, and a wonderful man.
He is absolutely a wonderful man. Carl Albert football holds the 5th longest winning streak in state history at 40 games, and that was from 2016 to 2019, and that was the end of Coach Rose through the Mike Corley years when that run happened. Carl Albert is currently 4th all-time in Oklahoma with 16 state championships in football, and actually would move to 3rd with a win today. So that would be a pretty incredible move as well. Carl Albert has a record of 16-1 in state title games and 17-1 in state semifinal games. On average, Since 1989, Carl Albert has won a state title every other year. A win today would mean 17 state championships in 33 years. That's a pretty incredible.
Again, another incredible statistic, and we'll get into a little bit more of that later.
Absolutely. And so Carl Albert football is currently on an active streak of 28 consecutive playoff appearances. Carl Albert football has produced 26 Division I football players since the Gary Rose era began to now, and Carl Albert football current coaching staff. Now, you got to remember, guys that are like Coach Goff that are sitting next to me right now, he's not included in this. This is just the current coaching staff. Mm-hmm. And Carl Albert's football's current coaching staff has combined for 50 total state championships as players and coaches.
That's because a lot of them played for us.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
4 of them, I think.
Okay, so Coach Goff.
Yes.
This is the question that I've lined up for you today. So out of all of that information, out of all of that history, an incredible – it's the reason that Carl Albert – it's the reason we say we are the home of champions. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what difference does that make to today's game?
It doesn't make a bit of difference.
Absolutely.
I mean, the only thing that it makes any difference in is the tradition. And as we were coming up here, I was thinking about the traditions that we have at Carl Albert. I say we because I consider myself
absolutely
part of the group anyway. That we have as traditions that allow our kids to be the best that they can be, and it's the tradition. These kids will walk out onto this field and they'll think that they need or not have to, but they think that they should be here and be a part of this victory.
Absolutely. I can't express, and obviously, for those of you that are listeners, maybe you're listening for the first time, maybe you're driving somewhere, and so you've turned on the Oklahoma Sports Network or a Facebook Live or YouTube, and you're just going to listen to the audio broadcast today. I want you to know, first of all, you're not going to hear a neutral broadcast. You're going to hear a one-sided broadcast. Yeah. And I have coached, and Coach Goff has coached. He has all the titles for football. I have some titles for swimming, but have also been on the sidelines and helped with a football program over the last 8 years. And so you're going to get a one-sided broadcast listening to this game today. One of the things that is so exciting about being a part of Carl Albert is the overall athletic program. Mm-hmm. There are state championships in almost every athletic event that we participate in, and I say that I know there are a couple that are not, and we're not going to mention those, but there are state championships in almost every athletic event that we compete in, and these kids, and I say kids, these students, they have an incredible pride in their school. But it is also about academics as well as athletics. And it's exciting to be a part of a thing that is built around that.
You mentioned it earlier, being a teacher. When I first got into coaching, I wanted to be a coach, and that's basically all I wanted to do.
Right.
I got in the classroom my first year and fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Didn't know I would fall in love with it.
All of a sudden you became a teacher.
And I became a teacher.
Right.
And it was as much fun, if not more fun, to be in the classroom than it would be to be out on the 104-degree practice field practicing. But again, it was just as much fun, and the academic part of this, along with the athletic part of it, is just a great place to be.
Well, I absolutely agree. We're going to take a little break here, just give you a little bit of information before we take this break. It is currently 42 degrees here. The wind is north at 7 miles an hour, and I do see a cloud. Way back over in the north, there's a little bit of a whisper cloud over there, and it's a beautiful day for football. And so we're going to be back with you here in just a few moments on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
House Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
We come from different backgrounds, with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network, and it's about 13 minutes to kickoff, and we are ready for our Keys to the Game, brought to you by Super Subs, home of the steak bomb sandwich, locally owned and operated for over 20 years at 2150 South Douglas Boulevard. Call 405-733-5440. Okay, so in regard to Keys to the Game, I've got some things that I feel like I'm just a broken record and I'm doing it over and over again, but and because I even wrote down, goes without saying, we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And we've been doing a good job at doing that against some pretty good offensive and defensive lines, but we've got to win the line of scrimmage. So that's my first key to the game. And then sure tackling. This is a group of McAlester athletes, and especially this Baugh kid, Blaze Baugh, number 7, who will be their running back. This kid runs hard.
He does. He's as hard a runner as I've seen.
Yeah, and so we've got to have some sure tackling. And then, in any big game, you definitely want to win the turnover battle. I say that carefully because it sounds like I'm already giving up turnovers, but you want to win the turnover battle. Just, one is better, but make sure that you're doing that. And then the other aspect of this, and I've said this for the past the past 3 state championships that I've been able to call, play like there's no tomorrow.
Because there is.
That's right. That's exactly
That's
right.
There is no tomorrow, and they're going to play. It's a given. They're going to play hard.
That's right.
There's another level of playing hard that we need to reach in order to come out with a W.
That's exactly right. And I know that this coaching staff knows how to get those kids to that place.
And again, it goes back to their expectations. Mm-hmm. Our kids expect to go to that next level.
Absolutely. All right, so as we get prepared, Coach Goff, what have you got in regard to some keys to the game that you saw?
Well, in looking at film through the week, McAlester is they're tricky as far as their kicking game goes, and some other things too. But this is an example. Against Collinsville, I was watching that film. On the 19-yard line coming out, they fake a kick.
Right.
And it was 4th and 8. And they faked the kick, and they got the first down, and they went on to score. So we need to be really conscious of that, and I'm sure Coach Farley has been working on that all week. One of the things that I also thought is how we adjust they take their tight end and their wing back, or their H-back, and they flip them from, they let you get lined up against that, then they flip them to the other side. We will try and explain that. When they do that, what we adjust to that with is we can do one of two things. We can slide our front, we can slant our front, we can walk a guy up from the secondary. I'm not sure exactly what Coach Herbert's got planned for it, but that's a big part of their running game. And last but not least, well, not last, we need, like you said, we need tackle.
That's right. We've got to tackle.
And we're pretty good at tackling.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right. So let's see. Are you down there? Are you ready to talk? Here we go. What do you think down there, Tessa, in regard to some keys to the game?
Oh, for me, the biggest thing I think would be testing McAllister's secondary if they can. Try to keep the offense versatile here, not only run the ball but test that secondary there. And I'm about to get the coin toss here for you, so I'm out in the middle of the field right now.
All right. Well, don't get hurt out there.
I'll try my best.
Okay, so the officials are coming out and our players are coming out. And actually, it's very interesting. So in regard to McAlester, we have number 8, Miles Seaver, number 2, Caden Lesnow, number 59, Kason Whitley, number 53, Garrett Shumwa, and suited up is number 1, Eric McCarty. And as we know, Eric McCarty tore his ACL, and so we do not believe he'll be playing, but he is suited up for the state championship game. So on the Carl Albert side, we have Reed DeQuazy, we have James Reed, we have Caleb Cornell as our stand-back guy is number 20.
And I think Tayshawn's on
Yeah, it's Tayshawn James, and then Xavier Robinson is in the field. Go ahead, Tessa.
Tessa's down with the coin toss.
There we go. Now we could hear and then we couldn't. All right. Well, we've got a little bit of problem with our microphone there in the middle of the field. And so we're looking. It looks like the referee, and today's referee, just so you know, is Richard Owens. And he's giving the instructions and showing them the coin. And so here comes the toss. And the coin's on the ground.
Carl Albert won.
Carl Albert wins the toss. And they have chosen to defer. And it looks like they're going to stay where they are. That's right. They are going to stay where they are.
Where they're at.
And so for those of you that are listening, Carl Albert will be defending the north end zone, and the McAlester Buffaloes will be defending the south end zone. So during this first quarter, Carl Albert will be moving left to right on your radio screen. And McAlester will be moving right to left on your radio screen. And so that is the coin toss. The coin toss is brought to you by New Level Nutrition, 2839 South Douglas Boulevard, number 108. Call 405-336-4393. Thank you to New Level Nutrition, as they have been our coin toss sponsor for the end of this season. All right.
Let me say something real
quick. Please do.
I am in awe of this facility.
Absolutely.
If it had a dome on it, it would be better, but that's the only reason.
Right.
It is a great facility. It's aesthetically looks really nice. Where the kids get dressed is a weight facility. I went inside there earlier this year. Mm-hmm. It's just a wonderful place. This is the best press box we've been in all year.
Yes.
I mean, it is by far
right.
the best. And the field looks in great shape. It's a fairly new turf. It's just, I'm just so glad that they have the OSSAA has contracted with UCO, and UCO is doing this for us.
And I actually think we have that contract for several years, is what I understood. And so I know that there are people on the eastern side of the state that are not happy with that necessarily, but it is an incredible facility, and they've put a lot of money in this.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I would say is, if you put in your GPS and you're trying to find this place, I typed in Wantland Stadium because that's all I've ever known it as.
Yeah, me too.
and so, but it is actually Richardson Stadium, and that is because a graduate here from UCO actually owns Paycom. And so he has.
So that's why all those Paycom deals are all over the place.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
And since we were here 2 years ago, that stand over there is completely new. That upper stand
upper part.
on the So it's pretty exciting. The Carl Albert Titans have come out of their locker room. The McAlester Buffaloes are standing in their blow-up toy that they have on the on the near side of the field.
Blow-up toy.
I'm sorry.
That's about all you can call it.
I call it the way that Gary Rose told me
That's
to.
right.
Yeah. Why do I need that? Is what he kept saying.
That's what he'd say.
That's right. And so the Carl Albert Titans are getting ready to run out. The Carl Albert Titans will be the away team today, and because McAllister's actually ranked above them, and so that's the way they came into the playoffs, and that's the way it'll be through this state championship game. And one of the things that we want to look at is players to watch, and for those of you that have not stayed up with the McAlester Buffaloes, I will tell you that they have a quarterback by the name of Caden Lesnow. He's completed 129 of 215 passes for 1,900 yards and 21 touchdowns. And he did most of that with the OU commit Eric McCarty, who is currently sidelined due to a knee injury. And his primary replacement is this running back that we have evidently, we have seen over video over this last week, Blaze Baugh. 23 carries for 258 yards and 3 touchdowns last week against McGuinness. And there goes your Carl Albert Titans, and they are taking the field with the Titan flags running behind them and the battle flag also being run behind them, and they are headed down to the south end zone for their moment before the game starts. The smoke is going there.
Hey, Tessa, go down there and get in that smoke.
Oh, thank you. Not today. This field's big enough where I can avoid it today.
All right. And the McAlester Buffaloes are now running on from north to south, and they are going to run straight onto their sidelines. Anyway, he ran for 3 touchdowns in the semifinal game last week against McGuinness. And then they have a kind of a wide receiver who's also a defensive back named Chaz Bradley. 44 catches for 595 yards and 5 touchdowns. Plus, he has 8 interceptions on defense. And so that kid, he plays both sides of the ball really well.
Really good. Carl
Albert, you've been with us this year, so you know Xavier Robinson has 253 rushes for 2,418 yards and 37 touchdowns. And that, we've talked about the history of Carl Albert, but Xavier Robinson has actually outrushed every running back at Carl Albert's history.
Which is amazing because, you look at the Jay Hunts and the David O'Coos and the Treats and all those guys.
Yeah. And so he is the leading rusher for Carl Albert. And then we have Reed DeQuasie at quarterback, who went down in the first series of the first game in 0 week. And yet last week he came in, he was 10 for 12 for 194 yards and accounted for 4 touchdowns against the number 1 team, Grove. Also, we have Tayshawn James, who has 29 catches for 500 yards and 4 touchdowns, and he also leads our team with 4 interceptions. So those are the players to watch as we get ready for kickoff, which is going to happen here in about a minute and 20 seconds.
The Titans are in their new white uniforms. Really nice. The jumping man uniforms.
Yes.
As they say, jump man. And McAllister's in all black with white helmets, and they have a kind of a silvery shine to them. Carl Albert is in their, again, white uniforms with their red helmets. Really classy looking.
They really are. And so that is the end of your countdown to kickoff. We are getting ready now for the kickoff, brought to you by CrossFit Complete, a community dedicated to the daily pursuit of fitness excellence and serving others. We strive to give our members the best hour of their day. Contact CrossFitComplete.com. The referees have moved, and they are getting ready for the kickoff. McAllister's in their huddle, Carl Albert's in their huddle, and we are getting ready to have our game time. Again, McAlester will be receiving. And back deep to receive is number 9, Owen Russell. And number 8, Chaz Bradley. He's the one that is their go-to guy in regard to, and you can hear the crowd out there, and everyone is getting pretty excited about what you see and what you are about to hear.
Well, and a lot of people don't understand or don't maybe not realize, but McAlester was the state runner-up last year.
Yes,
they got beat
were.
by Collinsville just barely.
Yes. We got beat by Collinsville one week. They got beat by them the next week.
Yeah, and I'm sure they feel that they need to be here. They should be here. They're going to play hard, just like our kids are going to play hard, and we're excited about how this is getting ready to go out.
Helmets are up on the McAlester side, and Carl Albert is ready for the kickoff. The kickoff will be Ethan Spiewak as he approaches the ball at the 40-yard line. He's going to kick it deep, and it's going to go over their deep man, and it's going to stay in bounds, and they're going to pick it up there at the 4-yard line. He gets hit immediately and drugged down there at the 3. They're going to give him forward progress out to the 5, and a great job there by special teams, and Coach Shane Farley's got to be excited about that.
Spiewak tricked them.
That's right. They have seen nothing on film except for a short, deep onside. High,
yep.
Yeah. And so Spiewak puts the ball down inside the 10-yard line, bounces to the 5, and that's where McAllister's going to take over at their own 5-yard line.
And luckily it didn't go in the end zone, or they'd have it on the 20.
That's exactly right. It's beautiful. Beautiful job.
Looks like Carl Albert's in their nickel look with a nose, 2-5 techniques.
Caden Lesno takes the ball. He hands off to Bo. Bo gets hit in the backfield.
Got him.
That is Bo. He's down all the way back at the 3-yard line. 2-yard loss is going to bring up 2nd down and 12.
That's Brock Johnson coming off the edge. He was a 5 technique on the left side. The guard and tackle pulled in front of him, and he just got in the tackle's hip pocket and just wrecked him.
Great job there by the Carl Albert defense. Coming in from the backside. So the ball is at the 3-yard line. 2nd down and 12. Caden Lesnow backed up there by Blaze Baugh. And he's going to take the ball. He's going to throw it out here to the flat. He gets hit immediately. He's down at the 2. They're going to give him forward progress there to the 3, so it'll be 3rd down and 12.
That was Chancey Lester on the tackle, wearing a nickel look, and Chancey was out on the number 2 receiver to the short side of the field. The guy missed his block.
Yep.
Thank goodness.
There you go.
Get him Chancey. And I thought he was going to miss him. He grabbed him a little bit high.
James Reed comes into the game. We've got 2 wideouts to the right side and 2 wideouts to the left. Baugh's in the backfield. Lesno's going to pull over to the right side. He's going to reach out there. He hits a man for the first down, and he's going to get that ball out to the 15-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down for McAlester.
They got us hooked, Coach, and as he went to his right, he was in the end zone when he threw the ball. We got hooked. That's no other way of saying it.
Ball's at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for McAlester. 2 men to the right, 2 men wide to the left. No, he's going to keep the ball himself and run to that right side. Chancey Lester's got him out there, and he's going to get hit right there, maybe for a yard gain or possibly about a half-yard gain. It's going to depend on where they spot the ball.
I'll say Chancey slowed him up, and Trey Washington came in and just nailed him
out. Yeah.
Man, that was a good hit.
So the ball's at the 16-yard line, brings up 2nd down and 9. Trips to the left this time, 1 man to the right. Ball still in the backfield, there with Lesnow. Lesnow takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Baugh. Ball's looking for a hole. He's got a place up the middle. He's going to get across the 20 out to the 22-yard line.
I bet it was Cody. No, it was Chancey.
6 yards picked up on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Chancey's the Sam linebacker.
Yep.
Cody's the middle linebacker, number 22. Chancey's number 24, the Sam linebacker. And Easton's number 10, the weak side linebacker.
3rd down and 3 here for McAlester. 9 minutes and 37 seconds. You've got that on your screen if you're actually watching. And
okay, here's one of their big running sets. It's a wing back. He's going in motion.
Motion from right to left across the formation. Handoff to Bow right in the middle, and he's going to get the first down. He falls forward there to about the 26-yard line. So he picks up 4, needed 3. That's the second first down for McAlester.
Into the game, number 70, Tyson Wilkerson in at nose. Unless we're going to go to a 4-man front now. I think we might.
Just a steady running game. They got out of that 3rd and 12 with a pass, but everything else has been on the ground. 2 men to the left. Now they're in motion.
They just flipped, like I told you.
Yep.
Tight end and wing to the left side.
Going to be a handoff there to Blau. He gets through the middle of the first of the line, and he's going to get hit.
We've got to get off blocks off of that. We just can't get blocked right there like that. They have too many men. And unless we slant to it or unless we bring an extra guy up from the secondary.
Caden Davis was in on the tackle there. The ball is placed at the 35-yard line. 2nd down and 1 for the Buffaloes. 1 man split wide to the right, 1 man wide to the left. The H-back is on the left side. Now they switch, and they come back to where they were. Tight end left with the H-back. Going to be a handoff there as they've got a flag coming from that far side, and they'll be moved back 5 yards. So the ball is going to go back to the 30-yard line, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 now for the Buffaloes.
You know, right now the Buffaloes are not only in control of the ball, but they're controlling the clock. So Carl Albert's got to get a stop here to make sure they can gain some momentum for the rest of this first quarter.
Absolutely. Good job, Tessa. 4 minutes have come off the clock since the beginning of the game, so they're already into a 4-minute drive, and they've moved the ball about 25 yards in that time. 2nd down and 6.
Two both ways.
Yep. Going to be handoff there to Ball, and he gets hit at the line, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard. He falls forward for an extra yard. And so the ball is going to be placed out there at the 32-yard line, so 2 yards gained on the play.
That 1 yard, that last yard was due to him.
Right.
He just wasn't going to give up. We had him, and he fell forward. We need to make him go backwards.
3rd down and 3. We've been here before.
And it's not for them, this is almost 4-down territory because they do tricky crap all the time on tricky stuff. So.
Trips to the right. He's going to throw it out there to that right side. He's got a little bit of open room. He's going to get tackled. Great open field tackle by Reed DeQuazy coming up from the safety position, and the ball is going to be down at the 34-yard line. They picked up 2. They needed 3.
This is their heavy set coming in. They're going to go for it, y'all. You wouldn't think they would, but this is their heavy group. We've got something planned for them. I don't know what. They have a kid back like he's going to punt, but I'm thinking that we're going to play our nickel group.
2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right, and he is going to punt.
He did punt.
He's going to punt it back there to Tristan. Tristan's going to get it to the 31-yard line. He's going to get outside. He's got across the 40 to the 45 and gets knocked out of bounds there at about the 48-yard line.
Good job.
So they do punt, and Carl Albert is going to have their first possession of the game. 6 minutes and 24 seconds here in the first quarter. Our first quarter sponsor is Ben Osinga Insurance. For your life and home insurance needs, call Ben at 405-733-4400. So the ball is at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Carl Albert Titans. All right, Carl Albert is set up 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. H-back on the right side. And it's going to be a pass right off the bat, and he throws it just behind Trey Washington over here on the right side. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
It's probably a good thing. They had a linebacker dropping into that zone, and it's a good thing he threw it behind him.
All right, so 2nd down and 10.
May be what I was most excited to see here today at this matchup. I can't wait to see how Carl Albert, their versatility on offense can confuse this McAlester defense here today.
Well, go ahead.
2 men split to the left, 1 man wide to the right. This time it's going to be DeQuasi moving across the left side. He's got a hole. He's going to pick up the first down yardage and all the way down inside the Buffalo territory to the 30-yard line. And so he's going to pick up about 20 on the play, 21 to be exact.
That was a great run.
That was.
That was the down the line option, or the speed option, and they went to number 21, of course.
Right.
And he cut it up and got 21 yards.
There you go. Reed DeQuasi on the carry. 1st and 10 now at the 29-yard line. Got Trey Washington split wide to the left, trips to the right. James Reed is in there. And this time he's going to throw it out there to Reed. Reed's got the ball across the 20, and he's a big boy to bring down.
He's a moose. You know, they say he's got some of the better hands on as a receiver. I was just getting ready to say I bet they use him a little bit more tonight because he hasn't been thrown to very much.
That's right. 12 yards picked up on the play. We are in the red zone. Red Zone, Dynamite Driving LLC. Call 405-467-9121. The ball is at the 17-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Carl Albert Titans.
And it reminds me a lot of last week. You think every play is going to go to 21, and
right.
He hadn't touched the ball yet.
Right. Trips to the left, 1 man to the right.
Until now.
And there's going to be a timeout called there by the Carl Albert Titans. And so we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back with you here in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network. Trips to the left, and there's a man in the backfield. There was a little bit of motion on this right side, and the Carl Albert or the Buffaloes were trying to point it out, and they finally got the flag. And so the ball is going to go from the 17 back to the 22-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 15, and that's not a good thing coming out of a timeout.
No, we need to hold our water, as Coach Rose used to say.
That's right. Going to stay, looks like, in this same formation. Nobody's moving around right now. So
no, they're going to split him out this time.
Yep. Trips to the left.
Empty.
And they're going to go empty. They've got Xavier Robinson wide to the right, James Reed on the right side. And Reed DeQuasi's going to take the ball. He's going to go across the 20-yard line. He's looking to the outside. He got to the outside. They're going to call a holding out there on Tristan Haynes. And if it was very incidental, but that's exactly what they're going to call out there about the 16-yard line.
So we'll move all the way back to the 26 now.
That's correct.
Doggone it.
It will still be 1st down.
We had the corner, too.
Yes, we did. It will still be 1st down, and the ball is going to be moved back to the 26-yard line.
It'll be on the right hash.
And so it will be 1st down and about 19 is the way it looks like from here. I think that's right.
Yeah,
1st down and 19. All right. The ball is on the right hash mark. It's going to be 2 men split to the left. That's Tristan and Tayshawn James. Trey Washington's on the right side. Reed DeQuasi takes the snap. He's going to cut up the middle. He's going to get down to about the 21-yard line. And that's going to bring up 2nd down now for the Carl Albert Titans. So he picks up 5 yards on the play from the 26 to the 21.
Well, like I've said all year on that speed option, when he turns it up, it's no fair dodging.
They're going quick. They've got quads to the right this time. Reed DeQuasy's going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw back over there to Trey Washington. He gets across the 20 to the 15. 5, touchdown, Carl Albert. No flags on the field.
You should have seen the block that Tanner Norman just threw. It was unbelievable.
So
I hope you all get a chance to see it at some point.
That's right. So the entire Carl Albert offense was set up to the right side. Reed DeQuasy takes it, throws it back to the left, and takes it in. Trey Washington walks it in there from 21 yards out, touchdown.
You get a 6'3", 6'4", 210-pound wide receiver coming back inside, and Tanner Norman going outside to block that poor little
Spiewak
corner.
has the kick, and it is up and good, and Carl Albert on their first possession leads 7-0 here in the state championship game for 2022. We'll be back with you here in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Because to us, being the best is about helping our community when they need us most. It's about giving our all on every play and every job. Being your hometown champs means being part of a team that succeeds together. So every time you call, you get nothing but our best. And that's what makes us Champion Plumbing.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network. 4 minutes and 38 seconds. And so that was just a little under 2 minutes on that drive. 5 plays. There were several penalties that Carl Albert had to overcome. But they took the ball 51 yards, capped off there by a DeQuasy to Washington 21-yard throwback touchdown pass. And that is your scoring recap brought to you by Champion Plumbing. Don't settle for less. Call the champs.
And their coaches are going, dang.
Dang.
21 didn't even touch a ball.
You know, he didn't have a carry.
He didn't?
He did not have a carry.
No.
There's going to be the little pooch kick. It's going to drop down there about the 30-yard line and stay in bounds. And they're going to say that that's it. And we're actually looking for a flag because the guy started running to the inside.
Well, no, the kid behind him was signaling fair catch. He had both arms going crazy, and the kid in front of him caught it. And I don't know what that means.
4 minutes and 38 seconds here in the first quarter. Carl Albert leading 7-0, and the ball is going to be at the 31-yard line.
I guess if anybody over there calls a fair catch,
it's a fair catch. Must be. They've
not
got
just the guy that's going to catch it.
Trips to the left this time, and the Buffaloes come to the line of scrimmage. Les now is the quarterback, and
we're back in our 4-man front.
They are going to move.
They flip the tight end, so we're going to slide to front.
Going to be a handoff to Baugh. He's coming in, and we've got him tied up right there. He's going to get free. There's a flag, and that should be a hold on McAlester. That's exactly what I saw.
I was just going to call the flag. That's the only reason I turned my mic on. So.
Oh, good. We'll do it.
Well, good call.
Yeah. So that'll be a hold there at the 31-yard line, and that's going to move the ball back to the 21-yard line. It's going to bring up 1st and 20.
Well, for those of you who didn't, of course you can't see it, but Ball came to our side, or came to the left, and he cut back, and he made, 8 yards?
8 yards,
yeah. I mean, and we had him.
Yep.
And that's how good a running back this little guy is. And he's a transfer. His high school team didn't end up, his senior year, didn't end up having football. So he transferred 50 miles from Tallahena to McAlester.
2 men to the left, 2 men to the right. Ball's in the backfield. Lesnall takes the ball. He throws it out here to this left side. It is caught there at the 20-yard line, and he hits and comes down. A great run there. I believe that's Eli Pemberton. No, it's number 16. Number 16, and I don't have that number.
I do not either.
Yeah. A great run there after the catch, and so what was 1st and 20 now is 2nd and 4, and the ball is at the 37-yard line.
Well, that won't sit well with number 6, Tristan Haynes, because He kind of got run over.
He did not give the tackle. He took the tackle.
He
and
did.
Got
He
run
just
over.
kind of sat there and waited.
Trips to the right. Tight end on the right side. Now they're going to move Lesnow takes the ball. He hands it off to Ball. Ball's got the first down, and he's continuing to run. He just lets people slide by and continues to move. So the ball goes up to the 44-yard line, 7 yards picked up on the play, and a McAlester first down.
Here comes their big boys. This will be a double tight set probably. 45 and 32 are coming in.
So McAlester has had a little bit of success here from the 31 up to the 44-yard line. 3 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the quarter. 2 men split wide to the right. We've got the H-back set on this left side. Going to hand off to Ball. He's going to cut back in the middle. He's going to keep spinning. And the more he spins, the more ground he seems to make. And
he still hadn't been brought down.
Yeah, he did not get brought down, but they did stop his progression.
Luckily, his progress got stopped.
That's right. And that actually happened in the game last week, and he pounded out of the middle of a pile like that and ran for a touchdown. So he goes from the 44, and they're going to place that ball at the 46. So 2 yards gained on the play brings up, it's actually 3. It brings up 2nd and 7.
He's a very tough runner, and like you said, he keeps spinning. He looks like a whirling dervish. What do they call them? Tasmanian devils.
Tasmanian devil. Yeah. I was going to say, I understand Tasmanian devil more than I do a whirling dervish.
For those of you who remember the old cartoon.
Yeah, there you go. 2 men split wide to the right. This time he's going to hand off to Ball again, right up the middle, and he just keeps looking for a place to run, and he's going to get out across the 50, and he is going to be down there at the 49, so 4 more yards picked up on the play.
The old defensive coach in me says we're not getting off blocks very well.
No.
And I don't know whether, they're holding us, but they're probably not. We need to get off blocks, and we need to cross hats. We need to get to where he's at.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 3 now for the Buffaloes. They're going to be in a tight pack formation. H-back to the right. Man's motion from right to left across the formation. He's now on the left. They're going to hand off the ball on that right side. He's just looking and finding holes.
We held him.
And
he got it.
They're going to put that ball right there inside Titan territory at the 46-yard line, and that's enough for a McAlester Buffalo first down.
We need to keep hitting him. He hadn't been hit like he's been hit by the Titans yet.
No, he hasn't.
He came off the sideline, and he wanted somebody to take him out.
All right. So Baugh is now on the sidelines, and 1 minute and 34 seconds. They move the ball to the middle of the field, so it's closer to the left hash.
With him being on the sideline, you think they're going to throw.
2 men to the left, 2 men to the right.
So we're in our nickel package.
I don't have the running back, but that running back takes the ball. He's going to run right up the middle, and he is also, that is number 24, and a good run there by Jaden Chaney. And they're going to go quick, so they go from the 46 down to the 35. That's a 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes. And they're actually moving the ball, and it's a run game. You talked about it at the beginning.
And watching him in some of the other film, he's a dang good running back too. They're loaded.
Trips to the right, 1 man to the left. And it's going to be quarterback this time. He's going to keep the ball. He's across the 30, down to the 35, almost down to the 25, and he gets drugged down there at the 22-yard line. And that's another 1st and 10 for McAlester.
This is pretty unusual for a Carl Albert football team to be letting this happen.
And they're getting pushed off the line of scrimmage right this minute. So the ball's at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes.
None of these running plays are any different than what they've seen all along.
Trips to the right. Quarterback's going to keep it around this left side, and he's going to get blocked up.
Come on, Chancey.
He's going to get hit just across the 20-yard line and taken down at the 19. So 3 yards picked up on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 7. And Carl Albert's got to tighten up.
Well, again, we're in that case right there. Chancey was waiting on the quarterback. He had him. He just waited on him. He needed to go attack him.
And they're going to go to the quarter here, and the quarter is going to run out in 1 second, and it does. The Carl Albert Titans lead 7-0 with McAlester on the march here at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back with you here in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Statistics.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network, and the Titans have been pushed back now. They are at the McAlester Buffaloes are at the Titan 19-yard line, where it's 2nd down and 7. And when we have a moment, we'll get you some statistics from the first quarter. And but we are back in action here, and 2nd down and 7. Heavy set to the right. This time he's going to pull out here to the right side. He's got a man wide open there at the 12-yard line. He's going to be taken down there at the 10. And that was Trey Washington with the tackle. And the ball goes from the 19 to the 10, and it'll be first. Well, it's actually at the 11, which is kind of fortunate for them. But first down at the 11. They can get a first down at the 1-yard line. 2 men split to the left, 2 men split to the right. And they're going to, quarterback's going to keep it. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage and dropped there at the 10-yard line. 1 yard picked up on the play.
Good tackle by number 22, Cody Longstreet.
They're going to move men on and off the field as well.
We had a stunt coming from right where they were running to. And we got underneath it, and we got a tackle.
So the ball's at the 10-yard line, 2nd and 9. We've got 2 men split to the right side. H-back set to the left. You've got Blaze Baugh and Caden Lesnow.
There they go.
They're going to move over here to this right side. So the power formation is to the right. Going to hand off to Blaze Baugh, and he's going to get tackled in the backfield all the way back to the 15-yard line. 5-yard loss. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
The tackle was by number 5, Tayshawn James.
Tayshawn James.
And again, throughout the year, every time we've talked about Tayshawn, we've always said that he's a really good tackler. And he tackled that kid really good right then.
3rd down and 14 for the Buffaloes. The play clock is at 17 seconds and counting, and they're waiting for their offensive coordinator to send them out. I
think they'll probably run it down and then call a timeout right before
that's kind of the way it looks. So 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and they call timeout. And so we're going to take actually, let's not take a timeout here. Let's go ahead and go through these statistics that we have here for the first down or for the first quarter. Carl Albert, and this tells you Carl Albert is obviously leading 7-0. But as far as first downs, the Buffaloes have 6 and the Titans have 3.
Look at the time of possession. Time of possession for the Buffaloes is 10 minutes and 14 seconds. Carl Albert, 146.
146. One drive, 146. Yeah. Well, and that's what we're sitting here talking about. I mean, they have moved the ball down the field, but no score at this point.
We've had 6 plays. They've had 17.
You know, one of the things, and we talked about it already, but one of the things you look at is you look over here on the Carl Albert side. There, Xavier Robinson, his name is not on the statistic sheet.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet, right. So Blaze Baugh has 37 yards net. Their quarterback has 17, and Dakota Moten has 11. But then on the rushing side, we've got Reed DeQuazy at 33. And
he's carried the ball 3 times.
He's 3 times for 33 yards.
He's not carrying it enough.
11 yards a carry. Yeah. Here we are, 3rd down and 14. 2 men split wide to the left. This time the quarterback's going to come out here to the right side. He's looking to pass down. He gets a man all the way down at the 3-yard line. He catches the ball as he's falling out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
4th and 2.
About 2. 4th down and 2 at the 3. And we're going to see what McAlester does here. They bring in some heavy guys.
We're bringing in our goal line. So they'll have, I can't remember if it's 9 or 2, who it is, that's the running back. Maybe 5. But they'll be in a heavy set. It's just like, almost just like ours.
Okay. Number 5 is Braden Bumpus. And Carl Albert is going to call actually McAlester is going to call a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with him here this time on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Because to us, being the best is about helping our community when they need us most. It's about giving our all on every play and every job. Being your hometown champs means being part of a team that succeeds together. So every time you call, you get nothing but our best. And that's what makes us Champion Plumbing.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network. 4th down and 2. The ball is at the 3-yard line in Titan territory. So 3 yards for a touchdown, 2 yards for a first down, and that's the situation we're set up with here right now with 9 minutes and 14 seconds in the second quarter. Your second quarter sponsor is Champion Plumbing. Don't settle for less. Call the champs. It's a interesting experience and dynamic that we have here because seated right to our right with glass in between us are the defensive and offensive coaches for Carl Albert. And so here we go. The McAlester Buffaloes come and set up. 2 men wide to the right. It's going to be a direct snap, and he's going to come around here to that right side. And I think he made the first down. It's going to all depend upon the spot at this point. And if he has to get all the way to the 1, he did not make it. And we're going to probably bring the chains across at this point. I don't think he has it from here, from where the line judge on this side put the ball down. And
and he got smacked.
And they do not. Carl Albert held.
That was the quarterback carrying the ball, and he's limping.
Turnover on downs there.
Looks like he might
for the
have
Titans.
Twisted his ankle.
Turnover on downs there for the Titans, and now we've got the McAlester coach out there, and he's trying to create something, but they told him, you go back to the sidelines, and it's time for the Carl Albert offense to come on the field.
I'm betting 21 carries the ball this time.
I'm thinking so. 9 minutes and 8 seconds here in the second quarter, and the ball is at the 1-yard line. What do you got?
We're struggling to. And I was going to say, I hope 21 gets the ball this time so we can show McAlester what else we got up their sleeves.
All right. Reed DeQuazy takes the ball. He's going to come across this left side. He's got a little bit of open room. He's out across the 10, and they're going to throw a flag down there because they're going to say Trey Washington held, and I didn't see it, Coach.
I didn't either, Coach, but I never see holding on either side.
Well, the ball goes out to the 16-yard line.
Jiminy Christmas.
And they're going to put that flag. The flag was actually thrown at the 13-yard line, and so that's going to move the ball back to the 7-yard line if they accept the penalty.
Well, and if Reed had cut, which it didn't matter because there was a holding, but if Reed had cut right there, he might be still running.
Absolutely. So that moves the ball back to the 6-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 5 at the 6. So it basically is a 5-yard play, and we kept the down. There you go.
Yeah.
Trips to the right. Xavier Robinson in the backfield. Reed DeQuasie at quarterback. Reed takes the ball. He hands off to Robinson. Robinson's going to cut right across the right side. He's going to get out across the 10, and he's up to the 15, and he's just being pushed out of bounds there. He gets all the way to the 14-yard line.
That play was
And there's another flag that comes in on the sidelines over there.
That play was designed to come to the left. It was stopped up, and he went all the way back to the right side. And I think that
we're going to have to see. It was a dead ball flag because it came well after the end of the play. So let's see what the man in the white hat says. And he's going to say personal foul against McAlester.
Well, and if they hit him late out of bounds, that's only going to fire him up.
Right, absolutely.
And bless their hearts if they fire him up.
Yeah, you don't want him mad.
Well,
so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. He's going to move the ball up to the 31-yard line. And it's 1st and 10 for the Carl Albert Titans after that penalty. He had already picked up the 1st down.
Right.
Trips to the left, one man to the right. Xavier Robinson in the backfield. Tight end on the right side. This time DeQuasie's going to keep the ball. He's going to come over here to this left side, and he's going to cut up at the 35. He's right down to the sidelines, and he had already stepped out of bounds. And let's see what they say. We're watching closely because I believe he had stepped out of bounds before the ball came loose.
See, and I don't know why he was even
they're going to move that
fiddling
ball
with the ball
up to the 47, the 48-yard line.
Well, maybe I do because his right index finger or left index finger was almost broken or something. It was swollen up a couple of weeks ago. Maybe that he was shaking it out just now.
DeQuasie gets 17 on the carry, trips to the right, one man to the left. James Reed out here by himself. Xavier Robinson in the backfield. DeQuasie's going to take the ball. He's going to run to the right this time. He's going to get across the 50. He's down to the 40-yard line in McAlester territory. Another flag comes out at the very end of the play, and it's getting chippy. DeQuasie's going to pick up 12 on that, and then the flag comes out. So
that was one thing I was going to say here on the sideline. Starting to hear a lot more investment on both sides.
Investment, that was good.
Targeting.
They're actually going to call targeting on a Carl Albert player. And so that's going to go. The flag was actually thrown at the 47-yard line in McAlester territory. So it's going to move the ball back down to the 38-yard line, and that'll bring up 1st and 20.
Well, I don't know who that would have been called on. It may have been
either. It was well behind the play. I never saw it. I just saw the guy sitting on the ground.
Yeah,
so.
I did too.
Trips to the right, tight end left.
I think Coach Johnson saw it. He was over here.
Yep.
And pretty animated.
DeQuasie's going to hand off to Robinson. Robinson's going to go right up the middle, and he's going to blast up there for about 5 yards. The ball's going to go from the 38 up to the 43-yard line. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 15 for the Titans. Trips to the right. This time James Reed comes wide to the left. DeQuasie is going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off there to Robinson around that right side. He's going to get across the 35, and he busts down towards into McAlester territory there about the 47-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
And so that's going to be 10 yards picked up on the play, and that brings up 3rd down and 5 from the 47 in McAlester territory.
I can see the wheels turning in Brandon's
mind
right now.
Absolutely. You know, it's interesting. We've been going through game after game after game where we had 4, 5, 6 possessions in the first half. This is the second possession for Carl Albert. McAllister's only had their second possession as well. 2 men to the right, 1 man wide to the left. Going to hand off to Robinson in the middle, and he's going to pound forward. He's going to get down within 1 yard of the first down, so he's going to get to the 43-yard line.
Heavy.
And we'll see what they've got.
They're bringing their
big boys in. We're bringing our big boys in.
We'll see whose big boys win.
Yep.
I like the ball with 21 in 21's hands.
I do too. So they go up and they move to the line quickly. It'll be a direct snap, heavy set to the right. Xavier Robinson will take the snap, and he looks over to the sidelines. He shouts out some things. 6 seconds left on the play clock. Robinson takes the ball. He's looking. He's got the first down and more. He's going to the 30, 25, 20, and he's going to get hit down at the 10 and knocked out of bounds at the 9-yard line. No flags on the field. First and goal from the 9.
Well, he let things develop. It looked like everything was going to go to the right. He kind of started up the middle and broke it out to the left side, and we had him pinned, and he almost scored.
We are in the red zone. The ball is at the 8-yard line. Dynamite Driving, LLC. Call 467-9121. That was a 4th down play, and picked up about 35 on the play, down to the 8. First and goal for the Titans. Got Trey Washington to the left. Tayshawn James to the right. DeQuasy's going to keep the ball. He's looking for a hole. He's going to go from the 8 down to the 5. Picks up 3 on the play.
It's getting a little chippy in the line, Coach.
Yes, it is.
52-16, Tanner Norman. Brock Johnson. Look, his helmet's on sideways.
Yep.
Somebody grabbed his face mask and turned his helmet around.
Straightened him around.
He can't get it off. He has to go out.
Yep. Well, they're going to get that fixed over there.
They better hurry.
Yep. The play clock is at 11, and they're moving up to the line. And we're going to go the heavy formation to the right. Going to be a direct snap in there to Xavier Robinson. He gets the snap. It's a high snap, and the whistle was blown. And
I think Mike called a timeout.
I think he
Coach
did.
Dunn called a timeout.
And that is going to be our second timeout. And so 1 timeout for each team. We'll be back with you here in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
The Earth is 70% water. And 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us.
It is second and goal. The ball's at the 5-yard line in McAlester territory. And when we were before the break, we were set up in a heavy set to the right where Xavier Robinson will be taking the snap, and we're back at that same position again. That ball was snapped high the first time. Xavier Robinson takes it. He's going to go across the 5-yard line. He pushes down to about the 2.
Yep, he's on the 2.
And so it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 2.
We did a good job of blocking right there. They were all right there on that side. When you take your 2 up-backs and move them to one side or the other, they're going to slide their front and move a linebacker up. So they had plenty of guys over there.
So we're going
same thing.
And going with the same formation again, heavy set with the guys to the right. Robinson's going to take it. He's going to go to that right side. Bam! Touchdown, Carl Albert.
They never got him down either.
That's right. He just stepped into the end zone on that right side. And Carl Albert scores its second touchdown in its second possession, and the streak continues.
Continues.
Absolutely.
You know, we've talked all year about how intricate it is to have a snapper, a holder, and a kicker. Again, good hands Ryan Ray's back, and I jinxed him last time. Gosh, good snap, good hold.
And good kick. And so the Carl Albert Titans go up 14-0.
It wasn't that good of a snap. I'm just telling you, ladies and gentlemen. It was kind of to his left, to his right, and so he had to catch it and put it back on the tee. He did a great job. Good hands Ryan Ray.
Carl Albert goes up 14-0. We'll be back with you here in just a few moments on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network, where we just finished off a 99-yard drive, and that
How long did it take?
That took, let's see, it's 9 seconds out of 5, so it took 4 minutes and 17 seconds. So not as much time on the clock as you might want to take off, but 4 minutes and 17 seconds, 99 yards, capped off there by a 2-yard touchdown by Xavier Robinson. I haven't done that in weeks.
Nope.
So, all right.
We did have an Xavier Thomas.
I know. That's the reason I do that sometimes. Is Xavier Robinson, number 21.
Okay, here we go. We're going to be, it looks like our nickel package.
You know, one of the things that we talked about there was we were at the 1-yard line. You said you wanted to see a lot of X Robinson, and that's what we saw.
We did. We saw a bunch of it, which is good.
Yeah,
and Reed.
Yeah. 2 men split to the left, 2 men to the right. Going to hand it off there to Baugh in the middle, and he's going to pick up about 3. Looks like they're only going to mark him for 2. The ball goes from the 34-yard line up to the 36-yard line. Second down and 8 for the Buffaloes. 2 men split to the left, 2 men to the right. I think with 4:27, you might see a little bit of passing coming out here. Blaze Baugh's in the backfield. Man in motion left or right across the formation. Going to hand off to Blaze on this right side.
Good tackle.
He gets hit
Good tackle by
immediately
Easton.
there. That was Easton Harless with the tackle, and he's going to pick up 2 more yards on the play. The ball's going to be up the 38-yard line, and that's 3rd down and 6.
Well, they put a kid in motion coming right towards Easton, and as he came in motion, Easton beat him to the block, and so he went under him and tackled Blaze for just a 2-yard gain, and he hit him really good.
A.J. Mason comes on for the Titans, and he's going to be big boy on the left side. It's going to be a handoff there to Baugh. Ball's going to make it to the left side,
Good
and
tackle.
he gets tackled there at the 40-yard line.
Good tackle by Tristan Haynes.
So 3 plays, 2 yards of play, and that's going to leave them 4th down and 4, and it'll definitely be a punting situation. They don't want to give.
Not definitely.
You don't think?
No,
Well, that's
not
true.
definitely.
You're right.
I mean, you can't
I would
think
hate
that
to
they're
give-
going to do that every time.
I would hate to give Carl Albert a short field.
Well, true.
Yeah.
But I don't think they care.
Yeah, they may not.
It's a state finals, and
they are set up in a punt formation. We don't know what's going to happen, but they're going to move receivers wide left, wide right. And they snap it to the short man, and he comes up.
Tackle
It's
him.
going to be a double. It's going to be a reverse around the left side. Going to be a reverse around the left side. So they snapped it to the short man. He runs to the right, hands off to the player running back to the left, and that's going to give Carl Albert a very short field all the way back to the 34-yard line. and it's going to be a turnover on downs, 2 minutes and 52 seconds, and let's see what Brandon Johnson has up his sleeve for these last 3 minutes.
Blaze Ball, the kid that they handed it to, he was in an up-back position. We used to call it a wraparound draw. That was basically a draw play. They wrap around, try and get him out the other side, backside, and we had people waiting on him, which is great.
Reed DeQuazy takes the snap. He's going to pitch it back to Xavier Robinson. He's going to get across the 30-yard line, down to the 25, knocked out of bounds there at about the 22. There is a flag on the play.
God dang. I guess we can't
that was
block without holding.
Tristan Haynes comes off this left side, and they're going to call holding on Carl Albert. And that's going to go from the 25 back to the 35-yard line. And so it'll actually end up being a 1-yard loss. It'll bring up first down and 11 from the 35-yard line. I think you just can't touch anybody once you're outside.
Well, you look at Tristan's jersey. Tristan's jersey's the one that's turned around backwards.
Right.
I mean, I'm assuming it's the other kid that was holding, not our kid, but who knows?
Well, we know because this is a Homer broadcast. We know who was holding. It wasn't us.
Oh, God.
We've never held in our life.
Here we're in a double tight set.
Double tight. This time it's going to be a reverse around that right side. That's going to cut over to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Carl Albert.
No flags.
No flags. Great job there by Tayshawn James. The whole play moved to the left. Tayshawn James goes to the right, and then he just outruns the man to the end zone. And that's what you do when you have 2 minutes and 52 seconds left. You use 20 seconds and score.
And Brandon Johnson's calling.
Yeah.
They've been working on that, I promise you, all year long. What a great time to pull it out of your bag of tricks.
There you go, out of your bag is what you started
that
to
was
say.
That was an inside reverse.
Yes.
He was a wingback over here on the left side, and we were in a real tight formation.
Ball's down, the kick is up, and it is good. And Carl Albert now leads 21-0 over the McAlester Buffaloes. 35-yard pass, or 35-yard wing reverse there for the touchdown. And we'll be back with you here in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network. That was an 18-second drive. And actually, if you take out the penalties, it was one play, 35 yards. Tayshawn James takes it in, and he turned the Jets on when he hit that 20-yard line.
He did. He's no wonder that Iowa State's looking at him.
Yeah.
He's just really good.
That was your scoring recap brought to you by Champion Plumbing. Don't settle for less. Call the champs. Spiewak is in. This will be his fourth kickoff because we kicked it to them at the beginning of the game. And Spiewak is going to set it up. He's going to hit one really short down to the 40-yard line. And good field position there. He just kind of missed that is the way it looked.
Well, he was lined up to kick it to the right. And he spun and kicked it to the left. And he just didn't kick it very good. He didn't hit it very good.
So the ball's going to be on the 40-yard line, and McAlester, actually they moved it back to the 39-yard line. I don't know where they got that, but they moved it back to the 39-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes at their own 39.
Well, and that 7's not out there. It's at 20 whatever.
I think it's 24, Jaden Chaney.
Yeah. Trips
to the left. This time he's going to take it. He's going to hand it off to Chaney, and he's going to get blocked right there at the 40. He's just going to keep pushing. And,
They gave him one, maybe.
Yeah, they got – actually, I don't think they're going to give him any – well, the guy on this side says 1. The guy on the other side says none. But the guy on this side wins. So they're going to go from the 39 to the 40. Is going to be 2nd and 9. Going to continue to look down here.
I'm looking. I can't find him.
Yeah, I can't find him either. One man split wide to the left. One man split wide to the right. We got the tight end on the right side with the H-back. Going to hand off to the halfback across the middle. He's got a little bit of running room. He's going to get knocked down there at the they're going to give him forward progress up to the 38-yard line.
Tayshawn James on the tackle.
So he gains 2 more yards. That's going to be 3rd down and 7. And I believe, Caleb Cornell rushes off to the other side. James Reed comes on for the defense for the Titans. 2 men split to the left, 2 men split to the right.
We're in our nickel package. We should have everybody covered.
3rd and 7. He's going to drop back. He's going to pass across that middle side, and he is picked up right there big time. And so the wide receiver on the right comes back to cut back for that tunnel screen, and he is met in the air with the ball and the defender.
That's right. And James Reed is the one that did it.
It's going to be 4th down. The ball is going to be placed back at the 40-yard line, so they lost 2 yards on the play. And so it's 4th down and 9, and they are setting in a punt formation.
And we're back. We're in our nickel package.
And there's going to be, I think Coach Dunn's going to call the timeout again.
Yeah, he is.
And that'll be 44 seconds left. They're going to call that timeout. That's the last timeout. That's the last timeout for the Carl Albert Titans in this half.
Which is good.
Absolutely.
We're getting ready to.
It took 18 seconds last time. We could score 3 more times.
We're getting ready to go to our wristbands if we do get the ball back.
Right.
Again, it's not certain that they're not going to try and trick us with their punt.
No,
stuff.
But the last time they did that, their success was minimal.
Very minimal.
Like it didn't happen.
And so we're getting ready to go to the wristbands, and on the wristbands, all we have to do is call out a number, and we have a play coinciding to the wristband number. The only thing is, and we talked about this earlier, that is 7 in there now, isn't it?
Yes, it is. He is in there as a blocker right this moment.
But 2, the quarterback is the punter.
That's correct.
So there's no telling what they might do.
So we've got the quarterback as the punter.
But we're in nickel.
We don't have anybody back. Right now it looks like we're going to drop back Tristan Haynes. He's going to drop back, but they're just going to let that ball go. Yeah. And that's going to burn a little bit more time off the clock. The ball's going to be down there at the 24-yard line. Ball's going to be down at the 24-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Carl Albert Titans. There are 36 seconds left here in the first half. Carl Albert leading 21-0.
Hang on to the ball, boys. That's all we got to say.
That's right.
Looks like we're in.
Actually, we've got 1 man split wide to the right. Going to be double tight end set. 1 man split to the left. Xavier Robinson in the backfield. Reed DeQuazian at quarterback.
Good snap.
36 seconds left here. And they're going to hand off to Robinson up the middle. He's going to get hit right behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to push forward for about 3 yards. Going to go from the 24 up to the 28. That's 4 yards picked up.
There goes Brandon. I'm thinking we're not going
to
snap the ball again.
Now that we've got the ball down, there's 13 seconds left. The play clock is not started, so we're just going to go to half right here where the Carl Albert Titans are leading 21-0 over the McAlester Buffaloes. And, as much time as they've had with the ball, our defense has done a fantastic job.
We're doing really good.
To hold down here at the 1 yard line.
Yep.
It's been a great first half for the Carl Albert Titans.
Tessa's going to give us an interview.
And Tessa, are you down there on the sidelines with somebody we might know?
Yep.
Move up a little bit. Can't hear you yet.
All right, can y'all hear?
Yes, we can.
In and out.
In and out. Go ahead and step out here on the field just a hair. Dadrian knows what the field looks like. There we go.
Y'all can hear me better?
Yes, we can. Oh, nope. I'm cutting.
Ryan, all right. One of us will be good if no one runs away.
Okay.
All right, so I'm down here. Adrian Taylor. So, what's it like being back here on the Carl Albert sideline? You know, you're not a player. What does it feel like?
It's pretty nice. I don't get to watch football games really much, so coming back to my high school, playing state championship, I don't watch them. So it's just pretty cool seeing where I was about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, pretty crazy.
So, what do you think Carl Albert or the Titans team has taught you most and done the most for you as far as preparation for Big 12 football?
The work ethic, man. I don't think a lot of schools even in different states, work as hard as the Carl Albert Titans. Football, basketball, track, women's basketball, whatever it is, the work ethic we do there. A great school. They teach you a lot of life lessons, and I just took it to Lubbock, and it's turned out pretty good for me.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Tessa, hang on there. I think Coach Goff may have a question.
Coach Goff has a question for you. Coach Goff. He says Coach Goff, and he's laughing down here.
Yeah.
Hey, tell Rabbit I'm so proud of him, and congratulations on his Big 12 honors.
He says congratulations to you, and then congrats on your Big 12 honors.
Coach Goff means a lot, man. Love you, man.
Love you, man.
Thank you, guys.
You bet.
All right. Thank you, Tessa. Thank you, Dadrian Taylor. Dadrian is the safety for the Texas Tech Red Raiders and was named second team for the Big 12 this year. And actually, what was it, 1 week ago, saw him intercept a pass, take it right out of the hands of an OU player.
That's exactly right.
And turned around and kind of showed that he knew what he was doing.
He's not the biggest, and he may be the fastest, but
he's
not the biggest. But his heart is so big, y'all, and just to be around him, you just really want for him to be successful.
Absolutely. Well, there is a lot of tradition, and so as we get ready to go to our halftime here, your halftime show is brought to you by Tooney Buy Houses. We buy and renovate homes. We also lease and owner finance homes throughout the state of Oklahoma. There is a punt, pass, and kick contest, and it has been going on, and they are going to do it right now. Camden Murphy is the punt, pass, and kick person that is going to be working here for the Carl Albert Titans. And so they're going to set up here with a place kick right off the bat, and she kicks it out. She gets it all the way out to about the 5-yard line, so that was about a 15-yard kick, including the end zone. So now she's got to throw the ball, and so she's standing at the 5-yard line, and it looks like she's being coached a little bit. There we go. So she's going to go ahead and here comes the punt. Here's the punt. So we had the kick. Now we have the punt. So she's going to punt from the 5-yard line if she's good. Oh, good punt. And she boosts that down there all the way out to the 45. And she's still in Titan territory, so now it's just how far she can pass this ball. And the other contestant gets it down into the other side of the field down to about the 31-yard line. So now it's how far she can actually throw the ball. And we're excited for her. This is done by the OSSAA and VIPE for the state championship games, and she's getting ready to throw the ball here. So she backs up a couple of yards, and she's got her hand up, and she throws a ball. It's a nice tight spiral, lands at the 30, and bounces forward down to the 22-yard line. And so just a good job for her. The other team throws it all the way down, and it gets down into the end zone. And so Camden, great job for her, and we're proud of her for everything that she's done. And we're going to take a break now. So the Carl Albert Titans lead 21-0 over the McAlester Buffaloes here in the 2022 state champion for 5A. We'll be back with you in just a few moments on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
The Earth is 70% water. 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we take pride in taking care of our community. When we hit the road, we're fully prepared to solve your plumbing issues. We're family owned, and we are the standard for plumbing service. With a team full of champions, being the best plumbers in Oklahoma is just part of the job. So when we show up, you can rest easy, knowing that whatever the issue may be, we can handle it and make you a happy Champion customer. Contact Champion Plumbing today.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, and my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American Airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
Augusta Contracting is a general contracting company that specializes in commercial and industrial construction projects. When you choose us as a partner for a project, we assure quality workmanship, exceptional performance, and unparalleled client satisfaction. At Augusta Contracting, safety is top priority. Our main focus is to send our team home to their families safe, happy, and healthy. Augusta Contracting, where your idea turns to reality and your project comes to life.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Because to us, being the best is about helping our community when they need us most. It's about giving our all on every play, and every job. Being your hometown champs means being part of a team that succeeds together. So every time you call, you get nothing but our best. And that's what makes us Champion Plumbing.
We come from different backgrounds, with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network. It's halftime here at the state championship game for 5A in the state of Oklahoma. And the Carl Albert Titans are leading 21-0 over the McAlester Buffaloes. So looking at some of the stats, Coach Goff, what are you seeing there that might give you a clue as to what we might see in the second half?
Well, I think that the thing that stands out to me is that in the first half, number 21 didn't carry the ball, but in the second quarter,
in the first quarter, right?
Yeah, in the first. Did I say half?
You said half.
I meant
all right.
quarter. And then in the second quarter, he carried it 9 times for 81 yards. I think we may see a little bit more of that.
Yep. 9 yards a carry. Reed DeQuazy right now has got 7 for 69, so he's doing 9.9 yards a carry. I'd say the running game is actually working. 9 yards and 9.9 a carry.
Well, and I want to give a shout out to John Herbert for the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Blaze Ball is averaging 2.9 yards a carry.
That's right.
And he got 240-something yards last week against McGinnis.
That's correct.
We're tackling decently. Again, we need to get off blocks a little bit better, but we're doing a bang-up job so far. And we got another half to go, though.
That's right. So, yeah, their quarterback is averaging 3.8, and then their second guy, of course, he only ran 3 times. Blaze Ball ran 13 times, but Dakota Moten has run 3 times. He's got a 4.7 average. Now, I said, and I may be wrong, but currently their quarterback is 7 for 7 and has got 47 yards, and so the passing game has worked for them. And, they got out of a couple of bad spots with the passing game previously.
Well, and one of them was for a 6-yard loss.
That's right.
And then another one was for like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But, we played their passing game pretty decently. We really did.
Yeah. So we might see a little bit more pass, and maybe they'll test our corners and our safeties and see what happens there.
It's one of those bring them on, boys.
Oh, I was getting ready to say that has not worked well with other teams that have decided to test that long ball. So really interesting in regard to they've got one guy that has 7 tackles. And we've got 4 guys with 5 tackles.
Yeah.
And I honestly would rather see that. And really, it's interesting.
And it's the 4 guys you think that we would have 5 tackles each.
That's exactly right. And we haven't seen anything out of Caden Davis yet.
No.
And Caden has been the strong guy through the playoffs.
They haven't thrown the ball.
That's
much.
true.
I mean, they have, but it's been quick stuff or running. I think what they're doing is they're running away from Caden.
Yeah. Well, and he's shown definitely in playoffs he's the guy to run away from.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, the coaches are beginning to come back on the field. 6 minutes and 43 seconds left here before the third quarter begins, and it has been as far as scoring goes all Carl Albert. However, McAlester has again. Just eaten up time of possession, and 17:04 to 6:56 in this game. And if you were to ask me, is the defense holding? I would say, well, I mean, McAllister's had the ball the whole half.
Well,
do
we have a time of possession?
Yeah, 17:04 to 6:56. Yeah. So I would say McAllister's had the ball the whole half, but and they actually moved the ball.
They did
all the way down to the 1, and Carl Albert held and then took it to 99 yards. So a good offensively. Good defensively. Carl Albert had 4 possessions, scored 3 times. They got the ball back on the 4th possession with 36 seconds left in the half. So literally every time they have had a full possession, they've scored. And McAlester 4 possessions and 2 punts and 2 turnovers on down. For the McAlester Buffaloes. So Carl Albert is doing what they have to do to put the 17th gold ball in the hands of the principal at Carl Albert High School. We talked about it a little bit before the game, so we're going to go ahead and talk about it a little bit now. It is called the Home of Champions for a reason, and one of the things that we want to do is I know that you have witnessed a little bit of Carl Albert basketball in their winter sports. They look pretty good, don't they?
I keep the book for the Carl Albert home games for the boys and the girls varsity games, and I got an opportunity last night to do the Carl Albert Festival, and we played Ardmore, which perennially is one of the top teams in Class 5A. Our girls were on fire. They were shooting like crazy, and they ended up winning by about 40 or 45, and then the boys, again, are going to be really good. They didn't shoot as well, but they still ended up winning by about 45 or 50. They're doing good. They're doing a great job.
So I know that wrestling is at PCO. They have actually won 2 meets already in wrestling. And for swimming is on they're actually doing their 3rd meet of the week today. And it is the Edmond Invite. It is the top 3 schools from 5A and the top 3 schools from 6A that are competing at the Edmond Invite. And they are doing an incredible job up there and outperforming, and they don't have a pool, so they're doing a great job.
I did see your deal in the newspaper about the pool.
Oh,
you did a great job.
Oh, thank you. I haven't seen that yet. Yeah. So, all right. Well, we are ready now. We have a standout quarterback who knows a little bit about this field and spent a little time doing what Reed DeQuazy's doing right now. And so we're going to go down to Tessa and see if we can get this interview in from Tessa. Tessa, are you down there? Are you ready?
Can you guys hear me down here?
I can hear you.
All right.
Oh, in and out.
All right.
There you go.
I'm down here on the field with Ben Harris, a former Titan. So what here today, watching Carl Albert. I know you've played in a couple of games. What's the difference here for you?
There's a lot of memories. Definitely, it looks a little different. Obviously, because it's been a couple years. I don't remember much. I don't know if I got hit a couple times, but it's great to see them bring it. I hope they played good in the first half. I hope they bring it back. Last year it was tough for them, but hopefully they bring it back in the second half.
Hey, Tessa, you can tell him that Coach Goff and I know that he got hit a few times.
Gosh dang it.
That they know you've been hit a couple times.
Yeah.
Hey, Tessa, ask him about his transition from the University of Oklahoma to UAB.
Ask about his transition from OU to UAB?
Yes.
UAB.
Oh, sorry.
So what's that like for you, that transition there? And maybe even what has Carl Albert done for you to help you prepare for college ball?
It was definitely a culture change. The portal right now is so crazy on everybody's changing. You see everybody hop in the portal every day, but I like it. It suits me. It's not too big, not too small. We're gonna come back in the spring and play better than we did last fall.
Good.
Thank you very much, Ben. Back to you guys up there.
All right, thank you, Tessa, and thank you, Ben Harris. Ben Harris, 4 years, starting quarterback.
He had a pretty good record.
I'd say 4 state championships as a starting quarterback. Was a preferred walk-on at the University of Oklahoma and was there for 2 years, and now is at UAB in Alabama.
Sorry, I was wrong about UAB. It's University of North Alabama.
North Alabama, UNB, yeah.
Yeah.
And but, again, one of those guys you won't find a better young man.
No, great kid.
And that, when you come in as a freshman, and actually he came in, the starting quarterback was hurt in like the first game of the season.
Well, in the preseason.
In the preseason, that's right. And never relinquished that spot for the next 4 years.
Never.
And 4 state championships to his credit. And, again, as I said, I mean, I had the opportunity to work with Ben all 4 of those years, and just a great, great young man. So, and comes from a great family.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I was just getting ready to say.
Okay.
Except for his uncle. I could say that about his uncle.
All right.
I love him.
Okay. Well, we have 39 seconds here. They're going to do their warm-up, so we're going to take a little break here, and we'll be back with you here in just a moment. Thank you to our YouTube listeners. Thank you also to our Facebook listeners. And thank you to our Oklahoma Sportsnet listeners here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Because to us, being the best is about helping our community when they need us most. It's about giving our all on every play and every job. Being your hometown champs means being part of a team that succeeds together. So every time you call, you get nothing but our best. And that's what makes us Champion Plumbing.
Augusta Contracting is a general contracting company that specializes in commercial and industrial construction projects. When you choose us as a partner for a project, we assure quality workmanship, exceptional performance, and unparalleled client satisfaction. At Augusta Contracting, safety is top priority. Our main focus is to send our team home to their families safe, happy, and healthy. Augusta Contracting, where your idea turns to reality and your project comes to life.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
We come from different backgrounds, with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network, where the Carl Albert Titans are leading 21-0 here, and we are getting ready for the second half of play. And Carl Albert will receive the ball, and that's not what the Buffaloes need, but that's definitely what we need.
Well, and again, it's their kicking game. It doesn't matter whether it's punt or kick. I saw their kicker doing an onside kick like 10 times in pregame.
Yep.
So we can't wait. We can't look at anything.
No.
And think that it's not going to happen. So they have a look right now. They have 2 guys on the left side, 2 guys on the right side, right next to the sideline, and then they got everybody else in the middle. And our guys better get in the middle.
You know, it's pretty interesting. You've got Xavier Robinson standing at the 50-yard line. Chancey Lester, Caleb Cornell, the tight end. You got a lot of hands. Caden Davis. There's a lot of good hands out there, and they back up.
That still doesn't mean you ain't going to kick it onside.
No. But we've got good hands all over the field right here. And so here we go with the second half, and here comes the kickoff. And he's going to kick it deep, pooch kick. It's going to be a fair catch there
Good
by
job.
Trey Washington at the 40-yard line. And
Good
Carl
job,
Albert will have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Great field position. You know that Brandon Johnson likes that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me a 60-yard field. I'll take it.
Well,
right.
let's see what we're getting ready to do. I would like to predict.
You're right.
My predictions have been not so good sometimes.
James Reed split wide to the left, trips to the right. Xavier Robinson in the backfield. Reed DeQuazy is going to take the snap. He's going to mush out here to the right side. Pitch out there to Xavier Robinson. He's going to get outside. He's across the 50. He's going to get pushed out of bounds there at about the 45-yard line. And they're actually going to put it down at the 42-yard line.
Again, it's the speed option to the right. The end came and took Reed that time, and so he just pitched it outside. It was a good relationship, good pitch relationship with X, or X had good pitch relationship with Reed, and 20 yards later.
18 yards picked up on the play, brings up 1st down and 10 from the McAlester 42. This time trips to the left, tight end to the right. Going to be keep it, and he's going to go around that right side. He gets free from one man, just gets back to the line of scrimmage, gets hit 5 yards deep, and makes his way back to the line of scrimmage. He's actually going to pick up 1 yard, so he's going to go down to the 41-yard line.
McAlester had a stunt on that right side of the line, and they stunted right into our run. If he'd have handed it to X, which that was not a call play.
No.
Either Reed read it wrong. It may have been a call play for Reed to keep the ball.
Down to the 41-yard line, 2nd down and 9. 2 men to the left, trips to the left, 2 men to the right, empty backfield. DeQuasy's going to throw it out there. He's going to hit Xavier Robinson, and he's going to fall forward down there to about the 37-yard line.
He made a great catch right there. It was a little low.
It was low.
And
right
he went down and got it, and then came up and gained about 4 or 5 yards.
The ball goes to the 37, 4 yards picked up, or 5 yards, actually 4 yards picked up on the play, brings up 3rd and 5.
Well, here we go.
Yep. You've got James Reed out there on the right side. We're going to have trips to the left. Xavier Robinson in the backfield.
We've got 3-on-3 down here at the bottom.
This time DeQuasy's going to pitch it out there to Xavier Robinson, and he's going to go up. He's got the 1st down.
He almost
falls
broke that,
forward
Coach.
across the 30-yard line and picks up about 8 on the play, takes it down to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Titans.
I think one of their better defensive players is that number 32. He's 6'5" and weighs about 200 pounds, and he's a defensive end for them. And he ended up making that tackle right there. And if X could have stepped out of that tackle, he's gone. He was gone, B.
Yep. Trey Washington and Tayshawn James are going to be on the right side, and they're looking back over. Got 8 seconds on the play clock, and they're going to have to call the timeout. So Carl Albert's going to call a timeout, and that's not what you really wanted. Just 2 minutes into this 3rd quarter.
Well, but we wanted to make sure we had it right.
Absolutely.
And there was a little confusion on the sideline, and we got it right now.
Your 3rd quarter sponsor is Bobby Lewis Insurance. Surprisingly great rates with 2 locations to serve you. In Choctaw, call 405-281-6700. And in Del City, call 405-670-3665. So 9 minutes and 59 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. The Carl Albert Titans have taken the ball from the 40-yard line in their own territory down to the 29 in McAlester Buffalo territory. And it's 1st and 10 here.
They're still in a huddle over there on that side, and we're in a huddle over here. And I don't know whether they have TV timeouts or NFSH or whatever that
we haven't had
deal is. I didn't think we had either.
We haven't had any extended timeouts, so they're going to be coming back here pretty quick. So as a matter of fact, the man in the white hat just blew his whistle. to bring them back on. And here we go.
So we got 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Got trips to the left. James Reed wide out to the right. Reed DeQuasy's going to take the snap. He's going to pitch it out here to Tayshawn James, and there's a flag. And it's illegal procedure before the play. And so that's going to move it back 1st and 15. The ball will be back on the 34-yard line.
That was getting ready to be a really nice little play there. Again, it was a tunnel screen or a bubble screen to Tayshawn James, and we had linemen out here, and we were getting ready to knock the fire out of people, and it was just we were a little antsy.
Tristan Hain goes off. Caleb Cornell comes on. We're going to have Tayshawn James and Trey Washington split wide to the right. Going to be the tight end on the right, H-back James Reed now. Reed DeQuasy's going to take the snap. He's going to pitch it immediately. And it's going to be a pass down from Xavier Robinson to Trey Washington, and he's going to go down to the 9-yard line.
Great call.
1st and goal for the Carl Albert Titans.
Golly. That was so good.
Oh, great job there. That pitch, and when you pitch it back to Xavier Robinson, all the backs come forward.
They did. And if he'd have thrown it just a little bit better, it wasn't quite a helicopter.
It's why he's not playing quarterback.
That's right. That's why when he plays quarterback, he's running the
That's
ball.
right. Trips to the right, one man to the left. That's James Reed split wide out over here.
I was going to say, we need to run
this way. Going to turn around, going to pass it out there to Tayshawn James. Tayshawn's going to get
a block.
Back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe. Nope, that's all he's going to get. It's back to the 9.
I think Tristan's a little gun shy. Every time he's blocked, 2 out of the 3 times,
he's had a flag.
Got a penalty flag, and he let that guy go by him.
All you got to do is touch somebody, and they call holding.
Unfortunately.
Yep. So here it is, 2nd and 9, or 2nd and goal from the 9. This time we're going to move James Reed's wide to the right, trips to the left. And Reed DeQuasy takes the snap. He's going to push out here. He's going to hand off there to Xavier Robinson. Cuts inside the 5. Falls forward down to the half-yard line. It looked like he was going to fall into the end zone.
I thought he did.
But he actually is going to get down to the 1/2-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down.
We got 4 going off, and they got 4 coming on. So we're in our Rhino set.
We're going to go.
And they put their 2 big kids inside. Looks like they're in a 6-2 goal line.
Here we go with a heavy set to the left. Xavier Robinson steps up close this time. He's going to take the direct snap. He takes it. He goes to the left. Touchdown. Nobody touches him. Walks into the left side of the end zone. Nobody was there. And
I think they thought he thought he was going to go right up the middle because it was just 1.
Yep.
And he goes around the outside, and we pin him, and he walks in.
And that's the way it goes. Carl Albert has its first possession of the second half. Nothing has changed. Carl Albert scores on their first possession. Ethan Spiewak in to do the kicking duties.
I didn't know who was here.
And the kick is up, and it is good, and Carl Albert leads 28-0 over the McAlester Buffaloes. We'll be back with you here in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Because to us, being the best is about helping our community when they need us most. It's about giving our all on every play and every job. Being your hometown champs means being part of a team that succeeds together. So every time you call, you get nothing but our best. And that's what makes us Champion Plumbing.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network. That was a 60-yard drive and took up 3 minutes and 50 seconds and was 7 plays. And just a beautiful drive there. Xavier Robinson, good pass down there to Trey Washington. Well, it was a pass. It might not have been a good pass, but it was a pass. And takes it down from the 29 to the 9, and then Xavier does the rest of the work. Hey, big shout out there to Craig Jenkins, an alumni from Carl Albert High School, who's listening from Bay Village, Ohio. We're glad to have you listening. Spiewak drives it down there to the 29-yard line. There was a fair catch called there, and that's where the McAlester Buffaloes.
That may be one of the best high onsides we've had all year.
There we go.
Way to go.
So McAlester will have their first possession of the second half. 8 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the third quarter, starting at the 29-yard line. Your third quarter sponsor, again, Bobby Lewis Insurance. Thank you for supporting the Carl Albert Titans all year long. Call 405-281-6700 in Choctaw and 405-670-3665 in Del City. So McAlester comes back in. Blaze Baugh is back in the game. Seems to be okay with that leg injury. Has one man split wide to the left, trips to the right. He's going to throw out here. He's picked! Tayshawn James picks it. He saw it and took it out.
That was a great play. One of the things that they do is, and of course, Coach Herbert and them have worked on it all week, is they run the little tunnel screen back to the inside, just like what they were doing. Tayshawn read it, jumped in front of him, it was almost a pick six, but not quite.
Carl Albert will have their second possession of the half with that pick right there from Tayshawn James. Just stepped in front of the ball, coming right out of the quarterback's hands. Literally 2 steps, and he would have gone.
He would have. Yeah.
Trips to the right. James Reed wide to the left.
You know, Coach Johnson may end up throwing it to him anyway and letting him go score.
Yep. Going to be a handoff there to Xavier Robinson. He's going to get outside across the 20. He cuts up to the 15, gets down to the 10. He's pushing and driving all the way down to about the 2-yard line, maybe the 3.
He's so hard to bring down, Coach. He's just a load.
Before he is stopped. And so that's going to take the ball about 20 yards. It's going to be first and goal from the 3.
Well, that brings in the Rhino set again, and they brought their big kids in. And, if they jump inside again, and X may just walk in again from the outside.
Here we go. Rhino sets on the right side this time. Xavier Robinson takes the snap. He goes to the right side, and he's not going to make it this time. He's no gain on the play. He's going to take it second and goal from the 3.
He may have even lost a little bit.
I think they're going to say his head was right about the same spot. I don't think anybody moved. It's good.
Excuse me.
Hey.
I'm so sorry. I tried to move my microphone down.
I think that got on me.
I'm sorry.
It right in my ear.
Tessie, you didn't hear that, did you?
I thought you were yelling from down here.
No.
Like.
Xavier Robinson lined up in the Rhino set to the left this time. He's going to wait. He's going to pass it over the top. Caleb Cornell, touchdown, Carl Albert. We saw it before. It was on film. They should have never missed that.
Well, they had to have.
Yeah, they had to have missed that one because we've seen that one before.
You're going to sell out to stop the run.
21 creates offense because he's wearing 21.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And that was a better pass.
It was
not much better.
It didn't have to be as far.
No, that's
so
true.
He drops the ball right over in to Caleb Cornell, and this time Caleb Cornell gets it standing up.
Yeah, and didn't have to hurt his hip.
And Spiewak puts the ball through, and now it's 35-0. And I don't want to say it this early, but I think the route is on.
Nope, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying a thing.
You don't have to. It's all right.
The old coaching superstition. No, not superstition.
No, we're not superstitious.
Just being careful.
We're not superstitious, but I'm wearing the same underwear and the same socks that I've worn in 5 other state championships. So there you go.
I'm not saying anything about what I'm wearing.
You are dressed. Since we're not on video, you got to say these things.
Yeah.
All right, so the Carl Albert Titans 35-0. 6 minutes and 47 seconds left here in the third quarter. We'll be back with you in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Because to us,
this is Friday Night Football Oklahoma Sports Network.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network. Want to give you a little update from the Big 12 Championship if you're not watching, and we hope that you're in the stands listening to our radio broadcast. About 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. TCU just scored to tie it up 28-28. Spiewak, and he's going to get his deep onside there, and it's going to go to the 33 this time, onside or
high onside.
High onside. And McAlester will have its second possession of the second half, and the ball will be there at the 33-yard line.
Well,
here we go.
Coming out, we're going to be in our nickel package with number 70, Tyson Wilkerson at nose, 16, James Reed at one of the ends, and 52, Brock Johnson at the other end.
2 men wide to the left, 2 men to the right. This time, Lisnow comes out. He's going to throw it out of nowhere. He had nothing to go there.
I was going to say, we had him covered that time. And again, it goes back to, I'd like to see him start throwing the ball
absolutely,
a little bit. Absolutely. Well, other than it's going to take longer for it to
you take this
the game to go on.
He was 7 for 7 in the first half. His first throw of the second half his first throw of the second half was a pick. So, yeah, I mean, 2 men split wide to the left, 2 men split wide to the right, second down and 10. Lasnall takes the ball, hands it off to Ball. Ball's got a hole. He's across the 40. He cuts to the outside. He gets up to midfield and is knocked out of bounds right there. First and 10 for McAlester.
I think we got a little complacent there.
He's a little gimped up, too, on that right side. So he's going to pick up 17 yards out to the 50-yard line. First and 10 for McAlester. He was holding that right hip as he got up. 1 man split wide to the left, trips to the right. Lesnaw takes the ball. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to go across this right side. He gets past 1 man. He's going to get across to the 45 and get pulled out of bounds there.
Easton had a chance at him back almost on the line of scrimmage, and
Tayshawn James takes him out of bounds there at the 43-yard line. So 7 yards picked up on the play, brings up 2nd and 3.
I don't know if all of you all know this, but Easton has a broken hand. He's got it all taped up, and that's probably why he didn't make that tackle.
He actually just had him with 1 hand.
Yeah.
That's what,
and it's matching red today with their uniforms.
There you go. 2 men split to the left. Ball takes it. He's going to go right up the middle, and they're just going to try to push. They're going to blow the whistle on this.
Blow the whistle.
They're going to blow the whistle on this, and he's going to have no gain on the play. That's what they're going to say. The ball's going to stay right there at the 43-yard line, brings up 3rd down and 3. They're going to move a little bit heavier guys on. Here comes that 32 you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The good defensive player.
This is their rhino set or their heavy set. They got 45 in, 32 in. They do have 2 wideouts, but I imagine they'll be in pretty tight, and they are.
They are. Man in motion, left or right across the formation.
Counter back this way.
He's got the first down and more, and he's just going to keep spinning. He's going to get to the 36-yard line where he's going to be taken down. It's going to be a 1st and 10, 7 yards picked up on the play.
Tackled by number 4, Reed DeQuazy.
Reed DeQuazy. 5:05 left here in the third quarter. The ball's at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for McAlester.
They're in the same personnel, same set. This is a 2-back set for them. A definite running set, but that doesn't mean they can't throw out of it.
Got a different running back in this time. This is 28, Stephen Gregg. Going to hand off there to 28. He's going to push to that left side. He gets hit immediately.
Yeah, he's not as much punkin as that other one.
No, he's not. Good tackle there by Brock Johnson, number 52, for Carl Albert. And they're going to pick up 1 yard on the play down to the 35. Going to bring up 2nd and 9. Is it sunshiny down there, Tessa? Because you look like you should have worn a hat.
Very much so.
Yeah.
I need some sunglasses down here. It's tough to see now.
Well, you want to walk the stairs and come up. I've got a pair.
I do too.
Hobble up the stairs.
Yeah, one man to the left, 1 man to the right. Lesnaw comes back. He's going to move around this right side. Brock Johnson's in run, and he's just going to throw it out. There's nobody.
There's nobody there. Throw it. Throw the flag.
But they won't throw it.
Oh, my gosh.
They're on the McAlester side of the field, and I think that may have something to do with it, but that's because I'm a homer. I don't mind saying it.
Well, Brock had a hold of him. Brock did a great job of containing the quarterback, and he actually, it was intentional grounding, but they didn't call it.
A.J. Mason goes off, and James Reed comes on.
They've got a timeout.
And there is a timeout. And so we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back with you here in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Because to us, being the best is about helping our community when they need us most. It's about giving our all on every play and every job. Being your hometown champs means being part of a team that succeeds together. So every time you call, you get nothing but our best. And that's what makes us Champion Plumbing.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network. It is 3rd down and 9. The ball is at the 35-yard line. And they are trips wide right.
Looks like they might be trying to do a halfback pass.
Going to be a halfback pass. That's exactly what it's going to be. And it's picked down at the 11-yard line.
Number 4.
There you go. Reed DeQuazy picks it off. And that may be the answer to our question we were talking about offline.
I was just about to say that's good timing for our conversation there.
There you go. We'll tell you about it later. So Reed DeQuazy picks the ball off there at the 12-yard line. And so the McAlester Buffaloes have had 2 possessions and 2 interceptions. And Carl Albert's going to take over with 3 minutes and 58 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. And the ball is at their own 12-yard line. Got a tight end right. 2 men split wide to the right, 1 man wide to the left. This time DeQuazy's going to keep it himself. He's going to cut back upfield. What kind of run time does he have? He's across the 20, 25. He's going to make it all the way up and get pushed out of bounds just outside of the 40-yard line. That's where the hat comes down. And DeQuazy doesn't need help getting up by the McAlester Buffaloes. He was rolled up on that shoulder again.
But he's got a plate and 7 screws in there, so he's probably going to be all right.
They're going to say the ball was he stepped out of bounds. They're going to say the ball stepped out of bounds there at about the 41-yard line.
And Reed's coming out here on the sideline. They put in Cash just now.
Yep. I see that. Cash
Ferris, his arm is hanging down.
Yep, Cash Ferris comes into the game. We've got trips to the right. Cash Ferris led us for the first 5 games of the season. Xavier Robinson is in the backfield, tight end to the right. Trips right. Ferris is going to take the ball, hand off to Robinson. He's going to look to that right side. He's going to get stopped up right there at the line of scrimmage. Maybe picks up a yard out to the 42.
One of the things you can say about this McAlester Buffalo defense is that they swarm the ball.
They absolutely
There was like 9 guys there that time.
2nd down and 9. The ball's at the 42-yard line. So Reed DeQuazy is off the field at this time, being looked at by the trainers. Cash Ferris in at quarterback. James Reed split wide to the left. Trips to the right. Xavier Robinson in the backfield. Cash takes the ball. He hands it off to Robinson. Robinson across the 45, down to the 50, and gets into McAlester territory there at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for your Carl Albert Titans.
Cash was a little bit of a fumbled snap on the pass back to him, and he barely got it to X because X was moving.
So he goes down to the 45 in McAlester territory, 1st and 10, and we may see a whole lot of Xavier Robinson at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Coach Johnson's just as
trips to the left, 1 man to the right. Cash Ferris is going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Robinson. Robinson cuts back across the field, goes right down to the middle, and he's going to pick up 9 on that.
I'm sure he's comfortable with Cash,
Absolutely.
especially throwing the ball. Cash has got a really good thrower.
And he really has just had so much game time.
Yeah,
I mean,
he really has.
He got it early in the year, but he got a lot of game time. The ball is going to be placed on the 36-yard line. 9 yards picked up on the play. Brings up 2nd and 1.
But you got to think that there's not going to be a whole lot of read options.
Right.
Not to say it's not. I mean, a read option is either hand the ball off or the quarterback keep it and run it.
Yep.
And I don't think they'll do that.
Got the one man wide right, one man wide left. And so Cash Ferris is going to hand off there to Xavier Robinson. He's got the first down. He's across the 30. He's just dragging McAlester Buffaloes down to about the 25-yard line.
Our offensive line's doing a really good job. That was the counter. And it's called 527, or in that case, 528. And they did a great job of blocking that, pulling and wrapping and sealing.
He's going to pick up 12 yards on the 2nd and 1 play. That's going to bring up 1st and 10 there. The ball is at the 24-yard line. And Carl Albert is continuing to drive the ball. 1 minute and 17 seconds. And Carl Albert's going to call a timeout, so we're going to call a timeout with him. We'll be back with you here in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Because to us, being the best is about helping our community when they need us most. It's about giving our all on every play and every job. Being your hometown champs means being part of a team that succeeds together. So every time you call, you get nothing but our best. And that's what makes us Champion Plumbing.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network. 35-0, 1 minute and 11 seconds left here in the third quarter. 2 men split wide to the left. James Reed split wide to the right. Actually, 2 men split wide to the right now. James Reed and Trey Washington. Nope, that's not Trey Washington. He's out here on this left side. It's going to be a handoff to Xavier Robinson around the left side. He cuts up the field. He's just looking for some room. He gets forward to the 20-yard line. He's going to pick up 4 yards on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Well, I've been trying to listen to Coach Johnson over here right next to me, and so I could kind of help you all with what's getting ready to happen, but I can't hear him. I could a couple of times. His voice got a little loud.
Yeah. 2nd down and 6. We've got Tristan Haynes and James Reed and Tayshawn James split wide to the right. Trey Washington to the left. Cash Ferris is going to take the snap from center. He's going to toss it. Nope, he's going to keep it himself. It looked like he was going to throw, and he's going to take the ball down to about the 18-yard line, and that's all he's got.
Well, there was a guy, he was going to throw it to Tayshawn, and there was a guy right in Tayshawn's grill.
Right.
And so that didn't work. He did a good job of pulling it down and running with it.
Ball goes to the 18-yard line, brings up 3rd down and 4.
4th down, we're getting ready to hear.
We are going to the fourth quarter. Our fourth quarter sponsor. This quarter is sponsored by Cheap Sleep Furniture and Mattress in Midwest City. Mention this broadcast and receive a free gift when you visit Cheap Sleep Furniture. We'll be back with you here in just a moment on the Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
Want me to go ask? I can.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network, and we are 3rd down and 4. The ball is at the 18-yard line, and Carl Albert has 2 men split wide to the left, 2 men to the right. Xavier Robinson in the backfield. Ferris is going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw it across the middle. He's got Xavier Robinson at the 3-2-1. Touchdown, Carl Albert.
Great job.
Great job there by Cash Ferris. He waited until the last minute and had a defender in his face, threw it across the middle to Xavier Robinson. Touchdown, Carl Albert Titans. Carl Albert has scored on every possession of this game from their first possession.
That is named. That play is named for Rabbit.
There you go.
And it's Rabbit out of the backfield, but that was X Robinson that time.
Ray has the hold. The kick is up, and it is good. And the Carl Albert Titans now lead 42-0 in the state championship for 5A in the state of Oklahoma. We'll be back with you here in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we take pride in taking care of our community. When we hit the road, we're fully prepared to solve your plumbing issues. We're family owned, and we are the standard for plumbing service. With a team full of champions, being the best plumbers in Oklahoma is just part of the job. So when we show up, you can rest easy, knowing that whatever the issue may be, we can handle it and make you a happy Champion customer. Contact
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network, where the Titans are putting it on the McAlester Buffaloes 42-0 here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. It's been a pretty productive offense. They've scored in every single possession, and that guy, he just calls the fair catch there about the 35-yard line.
The guy behind, again, it was the guy behind him that was calling the fair catch, and he wasn't. And I don't know, they ought to throw a flag on that.
Yep. Well, that time, that last possession, the Carl Albert Titans took it 78 yards, actually took it 88 yards, and 8 plays, capped off there by Cash Ferris to Xavier Robinson for an 18-yard touchdown pass. And the Carl Albert Titans just continue to roll. 2 men split wide to the left. Go ahead.
I was just going to say we're in our nickel defense again.
2 men split wide to the left, tight end on the right side. Motion from the right to
Come
left.
on, boys. Adjust.
Tight end's
adjust.
on the left side.
That was that
He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to pass it out there. He's going to actually lose yardage on the play.
Kid fell down.
He should have either let it go or but he did catch the ball back at the 31-yard line. So from the 35 back to the 31 is a 4-yard loss on the play. And that is going to bring up 2nd down and 14.
I was going to say, they had us a little bit. I don't know whether we were manned up or whether we were in cover 4. The offensive guys are going downstairs, which is good.
Man in motion left or right across the formation. He's going to hand off there to number 28, and he's going to get hit hard. He goes from the 31 up to the 33.
When 5 hits you, you're hit.
Yep. And when 5 and Davis hit you at the same time, it hurts.
His name's Stephen Craig.
He goes up to the 33-yard line, so 2 yards picked up on the play, brings up 2nd and 12.
It says 3rd on the deal, 3rd and 12.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
That's what even my play sheet says 3rd down. 3rd down and 12. This time, Lesnaw is going to drop out. He's going to pass and hit a man and knocked out of bounds there at the 36-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and 9.
Tristan Haynes on the knockout, and if he'd been a little bit more in front of him, he might have knocked him out.
Was a good catch.
Yeah, it was a good catch.
When he was spinning backwards. And we have a man down on the field. There's timeouts. We're going to call timeout with you. We'll be back here in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
The Earth is 70% water. And 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us.
Back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network. 4th and 9. They're set up in a punting formation, but as Coach Goff has been saying all along, that means nothing.
Well, when they've got trips now up to the top,
yep,
they're going to run something up there.
And this time, and there's a...
What Caden needs to do is slow down a little bit.
Actually, Coach Dunn calls timeout, and so we're going to take a little timeout with you here ourselves. Just a moment. It's 10-16, Carl Albert leading 42-0. We'll be back with you here on the Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We come from different backgrounds with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Network. It's going to be a quick kick. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, it's going backwards,
He
too.
kicked that ball pretty much straight up in the air. And
we gained a yard.
They're going to end up losing, a yard on the play. And, okay. We're going to end up losing a yard on the play. And so Carl Albert is going to take over on downs. And the ball is going to be in McAlester territory at the 36-yard line. 10 minutes and 8 seconds. And I have to believe, there's a point that you call off the dogs, and I don't think we're going to necessarily call off the dogs.
Not very much in the state championship.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to necessarily call off the dogs. Xavier Robinson takes the ball. He's going to pound forward for about 2 more yards before he is taken down by all of the McAlester Buffaloes. And after the play, one of the Buffaloes actually did a kind of a wrestling move and flipped a Carl Albert guy over his shoulder, and I think that's what we're going to have is a personal foul on the McAlester Buffaloes.
And that guy's coming out.
Yep. So here's the call from the man in the white hat, and he's going to say it.
Dead ball.
Personal foul against McAlester. It looked like he was getting ready to throw his arm the other way. I thought, whoa. And that's going to be 15 more yards and a first down. And so that's going to be stepped off all the way down inside the red zone at the 18-yard line. And our red zone sponsor is Dynamite Driving LLC, dedicated to providing you a quality education and experience in order to better prepare you for your driving test. Call 405-467-9121.
I think that was a little frustration on the McAlester guys. You know, and bless their hearts. They're still trying.
2 men split wide to the right. Cash Ferris is going to hand off to Xavier Robinson. He's going to get out here across the 20. He's just looking for a place to cut back. He's going to get down to the 15-yard line. 3 yards picked up on the play.
Their quarterback's playing safety now.
Yep.
And I don't know if he's been playing the whole time.
I think he has.
He's pretty good little athlete. He's just a junior, isn't he?
I believe he is. I'll have to look.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So the ball is at the 15-yard line where it's 2nd down and 7 for the Titans.
My boy Gary Ray's, in there mixing it up a little bit.
Caleb Cornell wide to the right. Got Caden Godot, Trey Washington, and Tristan Haynes. He hands off to Robinson. Robinson's going to get caught in the backfield. And there's another flag that comes in. And that's after the play. We're the only Robinson's the only guy around there, so I can't believe.
X is slow to get up here right now, too.
Well, I can't believe that the flag is going to be on us because Robinson was at the bottom of the pile, and somebody came in and speared him there at the bottom of the pile, and that's why Robinson's coming off holding his left hip. And so, again, this will be another personal foul. This time it'll be half the distance to the goal. And they're going to take that ball inside the 10-yard line to the 9-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 1. You know what you're going to get now.
Well, it ain't going to be X.
Well, that's what I say. You know what you're going to get now? You're going to get Caden Davis.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be happy.
I'm going to say.
And he'll run like a crazy man.
He will.
Yeah. Cash Ferris in at quarterback. Caden Davis is now the running back. Trey Washington split wide to the left. Going to be a toss out there to Trey and overthrows Trey Washington in the end zone. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. I say that. It looks like they might have. I don't see anybody moving the stick. No. Yeah, it's 3rd down and 1. It was just an overthrow in the end zone.
Well, and you get into a little gamesmanship right now. They have hurt a couple of our kids.
Right.
I say hurt. They speared him, and then they souffled another kid. And so coaches are going to have to get this under control, especially from McAlester, I think.
Trey Washington split wide to the left.
So our kids ain't going
to to the right. Cash Ferris is going to keep the ball. He's got the 1st down.
Touchdown.
And he goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Carl Albert.
Great job for Cash.
Good job. You know, one of the things, we don't say it enough. We talk about it in coach speak, but when it comes to next man up, you've got to literally be ready all the time.
You really do. And, again, Cash has done a wonderful job. And it's a mental thing as much as anything because we know he's got the ability.
Yes, he does. Ryan Ray with the hold, and the kick is up. And it is good. And Carl Albert now leads 49-0 over the McAlester Buffaloes. We'll be back with you here in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network. And the Carl Albert Titans are up 49-0 with 8 minutes and 15 seconds left. again, Carl Albert has scored on every possession they've had the entire football game. They have not punted one time, no turnover on downs, no pick, no fumbles. And there's going to be a deep kick down to the 10-yard line. It's going to be taken there by McAlester Buffalo. He's going to get across the 20. He cuts up field to the 25 to the 30, and he goes down out of bounds. And our guys are just trying to find a way to get out of there and get moving back. The ball's going to be placed there at about the 35-yard line.
Number 9, Byron Stubbs, not Brian, Byron Stubbs, was the guy that forced him out of bounds.
So the ball's going to be placed at the 34, 1st and 10 for McAlester.
We have our starters still in there. A lot of them are getting good experience in the state finals.
Absolutely. Trips to the right, one man wide to the left. Les now, he hands off, and he's going to hand off there to Baugh. Nope, that's not Baugh. That's number 6. And so that will be Eli Chapman, 6'1", 174.
He's a junior also.
He picks up 4 yards on the play, goes from the 34 to the 38, 2nd down and 6. Going to be handoff again to Chapman. Chapman gets hit there, and he's just going to keep pushing. He first gets hit by Longstreet, and then Davis comes in.
He hit him right in the mouth.
Yep.
Which is good. Cody needed that.
Goes from the 38. He's going to get across the 40 up to the 42. So 4 yards picked up on the play brings up 3rd down and 2.
You know, we're still in our nickel package, so we have a 3-man front. It's great for them running. And there's quarterback.
Quarterback keeps it, goes right up the middle, and he's going to pick up the 1st down and a couple of more. And that's Caden Less now. He's going to take that ball up to the 47-yard line, so 5 yards picked up on the play and a 1st down for McAlester.
And they're doing just exactly what we want.
Exactly.
And you'll know, I know that they're not going to come back.
Throw back to that inside. It looked like Chancey had a shot at it. You got to actually take him down. Don't tackle the ball, tackle the man.
Well, and they had one of their offensive linemen was holding him up and pushing him. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
We just needed to get down around his legs and take his legs out.
They're going to pick up 11 yards on that play and take the ball down to the 47 in Titan, or the 41 in Titan territory. And that's another 1st down. 2 men split wide to the right, 2 men to the left. This time he's going to keep it over there on the right side. He's going to throw deep down to the 20-yard line, and just out of the hands of that number 6 again, Eli Chapman. And Caden Godot was there for the defense for the Titans.
For those of you who know what this is, that was a smash route. The outside receiver ran a dig or an inside curl, and then the inside receiver ran a post route, or not a post, a corner route. And that's a smash route, and he was wide open. He just didn't hit him.
2nd and 10. The ball's at the 41-yard line in Titan territory. Going to be 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right.
You know, they're playing for pride right now.
Yep. Number 22 has the ball. He's going to fall forward. That was Jordan Clark. We don't have an age on him, but Jordan Clark takes it for about 7 yards. Goes from the 41 down to the 36.
And same play.
Same play. He's going to keep it again.
Kid.
He's going to get the 1st down, and he's going to get hit there again. That's Caden Davis that finally takes him. He and Tayshawn James.
Well, and again, it's about time for us to get some of our other kids in.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
1st and 10, the ball's at the 30. He's going to be handoff there to number 22 again. That time Brock Johnson comes around from the backside and tackles him up just right at the line of scrimmage down to the 29.
That kind of turned Brock loose. That's 3 times in a row they ran the same play. If the quarterback had wanted to, he could have walked into the end zone, kept it, and although we may have had a linebacker out there.
Ball's at the 29, 2 men left, 2 men right. Quarterback's going to pull over to the left side. He's going to throw long, and it's going to be picked again.
Picked off again.
There it is.
Tristan
Number
Haynes.
6, Tristan Haynes picks it off at the 10-yard line. and falls forward to the 12.
And you mentioned, the turnover battle and so on and so forth. And in the playoffs, I don't know that, and we may have, I don't know that we've turned the ball over one time. We may have, but I bet we're ahead 10-1 if we've turned it over once.
I think you're right. I would have to go back and look, but I think you're right. So Carl Albert has possession of the ball, 5 minutes and 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and they are on their own 12-yard line. And this is where you just want a 5-minute drive, and if you score, you score. If you don't, you don't.
Well, and Jockre Carter's in it at tailback.
Jockre Carter takes the ball. He cuts to the left, and he's going to come up from the 12. He's going to get forward to right at the 15-yard line.
He's a quick little sucker.
Yes, he is. They're going to give him 2 yards to the 14. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8. Caden Davis leaves the field. Trey Washington's going to go out there on the left. Caden Godot is out here wide to the right.
Who's that back?
Got a double tight end set. That's Chancey Lester.
That's Cade Longstreet.
Is it
Caden
Longstreet?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. He's going to cut up to the inside. He's going to get across the 15 and get drugged down there at the 18-yard line. So 4 yards picked up on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Titans. Longstreet goes out.
It's running back committee.
That's what they're doing.
Now there's Chancey Lester.
Bringing the play in with the
now they're still signaling.
But trading out the running backs on every play.
Yeah.
So Chancey Lester is in now. Trey Washington wide to the left. Caden Godot on the right.
And we know what Chancey can do. I mean,
absolutely.
He's a good running back.
Yes. He was injured at the first of the season and ended up playing a lot more defense. So Ferris is going to keep the ball. It's quarterback draw.
Oh.
And he could not get to the outside. Looks like he got bent in half right there. They're going to get just back to the line of scrimmage.
We're going to have to punt. Dadgum.
Yep. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, so the ball is going to be placed there at the 18-yard line, and we're going to come into a punt formation. And this will be the first punt with 3 minutes and 44 seconds and counting for the Carl Albert Titans.
I hope everybody's paying attention over there that we're going to punt because we've had some kids out.
Okay.
Here comes one.
4th and 4.
The snapper wasn't out there.
No, yeah, 4th and 4. And they are lined up. They move forward. The ball is going to be put back there.
Oh, my goodness.
Almost. Trey Washington gets the punt away, and it's a nice punt that's going to go down and get a good bounce there for Carl Albert. And the ball is going to be down there at the 33-yard line.
42. That's almost a 50-yard punt, Coach.
And almost blocked.
Yeah.
So Carl Albert punts for the first time in this state championship game with 3 minutes left. And I don't want to say it, but I'm going to because I can't help it.
What?
I think this one's over.
Yeah, I do too.
Trips to the left, one man to the right for McAlester. James Reed comes in at the left tackle position. It's going to be a handoff to the right side, and they're going to just keep trying to find him. That's number 22 again, Jordan Clark. That's 22. And that could just be, hey, we're going to be back next year. Hope to see you then.
Yeah.
Trips to the left, one man to the right.
And they're going fast, again. And it's just the same play over and over again. That time it went the other way.
Yep.
It's just what we call 526, 527, 527, 528. It's a counter.
James Reed has the tackle, and he also picks up the running back, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah.
2 minutes and 33 seconds, and they're not going to stop the clock, and they're happy not to.
I'm sure they want to, they're playing for pride. They want to go try and score.
Les now throws it out there to that right side. He gets a good catch from his receiver, and he's going to pick up about 5 on the play.
He had to catch it twice, though.
He did.
He threw it with a little speed, and it hit him in the chest, and he had to go.
Yeah, but you only get one reception. It doesn't matter how many times you bobble it and catch it. You're only going to get one reception.
Do you want me to go down?
I think it'd be good. I would like for you to talk to Coach Dunn if you can.
Well, it's kind of become a tradition.
I think it has too.
So
this time he's going to fake the handoff. He's going to keep it himself, and a great speed coming out of the backfield. That was Caden Davis, and that's his first tackle on the quarterback.
That was Jacques Carter.
Nope. No, you're right. That's Jacques Carter. That's not Caden Davis. That's 12, not 15. Great speed there by Jacques Carter. 4th down and 6 to go. And the Carl Albert Titans have 1 minute and 28 seconds left in this football game. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to drop bounds. Got a man in the middle. He's going to catch it there at the 35. He's going to get free down to the 33. He's going to push forward, and down he goes. 1st and 10 for the McAlester Buffaloes. The ball is on the 32-yard line. And McAlester, the clock is ticking, and we will go under 1 minute before this ball is snapped. And so the quarterback comes out. He gets the ball. He's going to go to the right side. He's looking down the field, trying to find a receiver. And he's going to get out there to the outside and just step out of bounds there at about the 24-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 2 from the 24-yard line. And 50 seconds left before Carl Albert will be the state champions of 5A in the state of Oklahoma. And at this point, we're still pitching the shutout, and that's what we're hoping for. 2nd down and 2. We've got several backups in right now playing in their first state championship game. Les now drops back to pass. He's looking. He's getting pinned in from one side. He's going to take it on the run. He's going to throw it to the end zone. He's got a man, and they score. Right there with 21 seconds left, and McAlester, against the backups for Carl Albert, finally score their first touchdown of the game. McAllister's had a good season, and it would be difficult to say that I would believe that we would come in here and completely shut them down with the first line of offense and defense, but that's exactly what we've done. And just to kind of tip it off right there, you have the point after try. There's a flag on the play, and that is offsides against the McAlester Buffaloes, but that point after try was blocked by none other than Tayshawn James from this right side. So the ball is going to be moved back now. It'll be moved back to the 8-yard line. And they're going to retry the point after attempt. Tayshawn's ready on this right side. The ball is snapped. The kick is up, and it line drives through the goal. And so the score is now Carl Albert 49 and the McAlester Buffaloes 7. 21 seconds left. We'll be back with you in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Because to us, being the best is about helping our community when they need us most. It's about giving our all on every play and every job. Being your hometown champs means being part of a team that succeeds together. So every time you call, you get nothing but our best. And that's what makes us Champion Plumbing.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
21 seconds left here in the state championship game. Your Carl Albert Titans are leading 49-7, and the Carl Albert Titans will be crowned the 5A state champions 21 seconds from now. Are going to be lined up here. McAlester, if they do what we think, they're going to try a little deep onside, and James Reed is going to fumble that ball, and Carl Albert's going to still retain possession there at the 20-yard line, or at the 30-yard line, actually. I'm sorry. And so the ball is going to be placed, and there will be one snap, and that will be the game for the Carl Albert Titans and the McAlester Buffaloes. Carl Albert will be receiving its 17th state championship in 33 years. What an incredible run for the Carl Albert Titans. It has been just a wonderful game today. The beauty of this city, as you sit here and see the beautiful stands, and Reed DeQuazy goes in. Wonderful touch there by Carl Albert. Reed DeQuazy takes the snap with that arm that is still just dangling and that shoulder that is a little bit dinged up, and he's trying to stay away from as many people as he can. But he takes the snap, and a great job there by Reed DeQuazy to receive the snap and down the ball. And Carl Albert is now the victors of their 17th gold ball. The Titan faithful are coming out onto the field, and we know that that's not exactly the way it ought to be, but the Carl Albert faithful is coming out onto the field. The Buffaloes and the Titans are shaking hands at midfield, and that is just a beautiful sight because all in all it is high school football. The coaches are having their opportunity to meet together and shake hands. These two coaching staffs have done an incredible job, and the coaching staff here at Carl Albert obviously have done just a miraculous job over this last few months in preparation for what we've seen today. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to join in on the festivities here. We're going to have the opportunity to interview Reed DeQuazy, who played just an exceptional game and is our Carl Albert player of the game. Our player of the game is brought to you by Midwest Nutrition. For all your energy and nutritional needs, see Midwest Nutrition, the gathering place where friends become family. We'll be back with you here in just a few moments for our post-game show, brought to you by Rose State College. Rose State College, called www.trainingatrose.edu. We'll be back with you here in just a moment on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
The Earth is 70% water. And 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we take pride in taking care of our community. When we hit the road, we're fully prepared to solve your plumbing issues. We're family owned, and we are the standard for plumbing service. With a team full of champions, being the best plumbers in Oklahoma is just part of the job. So when we show up, you can rest easy. knowing that whatever the issue may be, we can handle it and make you a happy Champion customer. Contact Champion Plumbing today.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network. The Titans cap off their season with a 49-7 shellacking of the McAlester Buffaloes. There's a scene of festivity down on the field. The team is together. The trophy has been given. Coach Dunn has handed it to the players, and the players are all right there in the middle, and it is a beautiful scene. There's a lot of Santa caps out there, and many family members of these young men who have given up their time to be the champions of the Carl Albert Titans that we expect here at Carl Albert. Carl Albert is known as the home of champions, and we want to recognize all of those championships from all of our sports. But it is the Titan football team that gets the joy today. So we can see many of the players down there, and they are huddled in the middle of the field enjoying this festive moment of this state championship. We never want to pass up all the things that go on to make a state championship possible. Obviously, you've got the players on the field. You also have band members. You also have flag runners. You also have cheerleaders. You also have pom squads. And you have the student section, which is extremely important to a championship. And right now, the Titans have taken a knee in the middle of the field, and Coach Dunn is speaking to them, and we will have a little bit of opportunity to talk with them here in just a few moments. So Coach Dunn is talking with them, and there's some applause going on down there. And so, Tessa, what are the feelings that you feel or you're seeing down there on the sidelines?
You know, of course, it's awesome to be down here after a state championship win here for the Carl Albert Titans, and the biggest thing is, you know, the community. I've seen it being on the sidelines here. I've gotten to know everybody at Carl Albert. It's been an absolute privilege, and it's awesome to see how excited everybody here is and how they've all come together down here to celebrate with this Titan football team.
All right. Well, it's awfully fun to be down there in that pack at the end of a game when you've won the state championship. Had the opportunity to do that several times, and it is just a joyous occasion. Now, if the tradition holds, there will be cake back at the field house, and so I'm sure that that's being arranged as we speak. And there's always cake and pictures with the gold ball that are taken once everybody gets back and everybody gets changed and showered. And the coaches have the opportunity to gather together and celebrate just a little bit more the victory that is so sweet after you have worked so hard for so many months. The McAlester football team is also down here at about the 15-yard line, and they are being talked to by their coach, and their fans are waiting as well to circle around them for their or for their silver ball that they will receive as the runner-up to the Carl Albert Titans this year. So your Carl Albert Titans are the 2022 State 5A football champions, and they are finishing off their meetings right now. Coach Dunn is talking with a large crowd there in the middle of the field. A little bit more applause, and now they're going to get ready to have their prayer that they do at the end of every game, and it's led by one of the members of the team. And so they are all bowed, and the scene is a little bit surreal as everyone bows their heads, and the prayer is led by one of the team members, and it is special when you have a community come together, such as the Carl Albert Titan family that comes together, and they work so hard. So they will have their one last breakout here in the middle of the field, and the coach usually says who will lead, and then they have their breakout, and they will also then head over to have their alma mater sung with the band. And so the band is waiting in the stands with their instruments. And so the Carl Albert Titans come in prepared to do battle, and they do battle well, 49-7, taking the Class 5A state championship home, and the gold ball will reside. The 17th gold ball will reside with the Carl Albert Titans. It'll be a special day for Coach Mike Dunn. This will be his first state championship. He is also an alumni of Carl Albert High School, and this will be his first state championship as the head coach for the Carl Albert Titans. We're going to have just a moment here. We'll be back with you very quickly here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Because to us, being the best is about helping our community when they need us most. It's about giving our all on every play and every job. Being your hometown champs means being part of a team that succeeds together. So every time you call, you get nothing but our best. And that's what makes us Champion Plumbing.
Augusta Contracting is a general contracting company that specializes in commercial and industrial construction projects. When you choose us as a partner for a project, we assure quality workmanship, exceptional performance, and unparalleled client satisfaction. At Augusta Contracting, safety is top priority. Our main focus is to send our team home to their families safe, happy, and healthy. Augusta Contracting, where your idea turns to reality and your project comes to life.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American Airman, kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
We come from different backgrounds, with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
We're back with you here on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network, and we just want to thank our YouTube followers, and we want to thank our Facebook listeners, and especially thank those of you who have downloaded the OKSportsNet.com app as you continue to watch all of the presentations from Carl Albert Athletics through the Oklahoma Sports Network and the other 12 networks that we have in the Oklahoma Sports Network. I want to remind you to please go online at oksportsnet.com or go on your Facebook app, and you can have the opportunity there to vote for our Coach of the Year. Coach Mike Dunn is up for that Coach of the Year honor, and also vote for Xavier Robinson, who is up for the Player of the Year honor for the Oklahoma Sports Network. That banquet will be held in February, and we hope that you will continue to vote for that so that we can get the honor that these young men deserve with their work that they have done throughout this year. Just to recap just a little bit, Carl Albert scored on all but one possession of the entire game, and that came with some backups in the very last possession. And McAlester was unable to score until we had the backups in on defense, and then they had one score there with 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Carl Albert wins 49-7 over the McAlester Buffaloes, and so we are so thankful that you have been listening with us and enjoying the games throughout this year. This has been a wonderful year. Carl Albert ends up going 12-2 with the state title, and what a joy it is to be a Carl Albert Titan. Just to let you know, before we have our quick interviews here with our players and coaches, our player of the game is brought to you by Midwest Nutrition. For all your energy and nutritional needs, see Midwest Nutrition, the gathering place where friends become family. Our player of the game is Reed DeQuazy. Reed went out in the fourth quarter with a shoulder injury, but he managed this game absolutely perfectly, was a leading rusher through the first quarter and much of the second quarter before Xavier Robinson gets untracked and gets his number called, and Xavier Robinson ends up with just an incredible day of rushing. So Xavier goes 22 carries, 180 yards, 8.2 yards a carry. And Reed DeQuazy ends his day with 99 yards. Reed was 5 of 6 passing for 72 yards, and Xavier Robinson was actually 2 of 2 passing for 28 yards and 1 touchdown. And just a pretty incredible game for those two that led the team. Easton Harless and Caden Davis come up with the big number on tackles today. Easton Harless has 9. Caden Davis has 8 or 9. Chancey Lester has 8, and Brock Johnson has 7. And so a great opportunity to showcase these young men. It was really all Carl Albert in this game, and so if we can get ready for possibly a quick interview here by Reed DeQuazy and Coach Mike Dunn, we will have our sideline reporter, and Coach Goff is down on the field, and they will be talking to those here just momentarily. Lots of festivities. They've got about 20 minutes. They've got 16 minutes, actually, to get off the field, because there will be another game that will be starting here in just a few minutes here at the University of Central Oklahoma, who has sponsored the OSSAA. So, Tessa, are you down there? Are you down there?
Hey,
yes.
I'm with Coach Dunn right here.
All right, well, let's hear.
Victorious coach.
Yes,
and
his first state championship.
I was just talking to somebody, and I said, I got to interview him on every game except one.
Yeah.
I'm glad I get to do this one.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm glad you're going to do it, too. Yeah, really happy and proud of our kids, and happy for them, and happy for our coaches, everybody that has a hand in doing this. And as you know, it takes a lot of people. It takes a special group, and that's what Carl Albert is. So really proud of everybody involved.
I was going to say, welcome to the group of being a coach and coaching a state championship.
Yeah, that's big time. I told people all week that the only pressure that I feel when it comes to that is the pressure I put on myself, you know. But like you said, you know, what following up what Coach Pebb, Coach Miller, Coach Rose, and what Coach Corley did in his 4 years, and you know, I put a lot of pressure on myself. So glad to kind of get that monkey off your back, I guess. But
I can still remember shaking my back like this, and saying, "Get off my back, monkey," in '97.
Yes, yeah, it's a good feeling, you know, and I think that a lot of us are coaches now because of the experience we had when we were in school. You know, so to have this experience as a player, then to get to do it as an assistant, you know, it meant a lot, and it's kind of what drove me whenever I moved down to Texas. But the goal was to always get back eventually. But, you know, to get the opportunity to lead this program and lead us to a state championship, that just because of how much it means to the kids.
I'm so glad you're here. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, great interview there by Coach Goff with Coach Dunn. That is his first state championship under the head coaching position of Carl Albert. He's also had state championships as a player at Carl Albert, but it's different as a coach when you actually get to pull all the things together. And remember, the pieces are made up of an entire village of people that are there working diligently night and day to make all of these things happen. So Brandon Johnson, offensive coordinator, John Herbert, defensive coordinator, Shane Farley, special teams coordinator, all of the different pieces and parts that go into that, and many, many different people make this up. Tessa, are you down there?
Yeah, I don't know that to get here with Reed. He's got the line of people down here. He's probably the most kid.
All right. Well, that's okay. We're going to go ahead and move on in another way then, and we'll go ahead and close out our broadcast here. Tessa, thank you so much for being on the sidelines with us today, and we appreciate all that you do for the Oklahoma Sports Network. All right, so as we close it out, and just want to remind you, it is the 17th gold ball for the Carl Albert High School football team. First for Coach Dunn, and it has been a beautiful day. We know that the work that goes into this, and unless you have been involved in that, you'll never understand all of the things that have to happen to make a football team operate. So for the parents, for the booster club, for the educators at Carl Albert who work with these young men day in and day out, for the administration and Kristen Goggins, Josh Terry, and all of the administration there at Carl Albert High School, we give you thanks, for it is a work of a village that makes all of this happen. The Carl Albert High School football team, Class 5A state champions. Carl Albert High School, the home of champions. We thank you for listening the entire year on your Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network. For Coach Mike Goff, for Tessa Durrell, for Tyler Townsend, I'm Coach Kirk Norman. Good afternoon, and God bless you and your family.
This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.